I'm just trying to eat my shrimp. Don't. I was supposed to have a little bit longer to eat my shrimp. Oh, this is the worst. I don't even know if there's any sexy cartoons that are crocodiles. An alligator at the very least. My scaly era. Poseidon, thank you for the 26 months. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you. The one from Sonic? Oh. Ooh. My shrimp were kind of spicy. My shrimp were a little bit spicy, and now I'm getting a little hot. A little hot and spicy here. Whew, okay. Why would you do that to a crocodile? No. We're in love. We have a really beautiful thing going on. It wasn't simply a smash and then a pass. It was an affair. It was a full, tropical, lusty affair. But it's a crocodile. Yep, well, sorry. Oh, this is so spicy for some reason. Well, I know why it's spicy. It's because I put hot spices on it, but so my go-to is I make shrimp in the air fryer and then I put it on top of this like Asian salad mix that I buy. It's really easy. Takes like maybe 15 minutes and I only take like 30 seconds of work. And so I put the shrimp in the air fryer and I started cooking them, and then I checked in my fridge and I pulled out the bag of salad and I opened it up and I smelled it, and it wasn't bad, but it was like, you know, the smell of vegetables when they're kind of starting to like, you probably should not eat it. That's how it was. And I was like, fuck, because I didn't get them that long ago, but like, it was like kind of on the like, no, I'm not gonna eat this. So I had the shrimp and I had made the shrimp, and so what I did is I took the dressing out of the, yeah, Gibby, I could have. There was a lot of cabbage in it. I took the dressing out of the bag, and then I took the little like wontons and I just put them on the shrimp. So it was like shrimp with Asian dressing and little crunchy wontons, which is fine. It's like kind of just like a weird half-ass meal, but it was fine. Already expired soiled food, be careful out there. Yeah. You know, I just hope for the best, really. I should buy fresh veggies and then make my own salad, but they sell these like pre-made there's a bunch of different brands, but this is the one I think that I get. Yeah, it's really any of these. It's really any of these. I think maybe this is one that I get often, but it's like veggies, and then it's got these are the wontons, and then there's almonds too that I put on top, and then like an Asian dressing. That's what I eat like almost every night. I put that in a bowl, I make some sort of meat, whether it's chicken or shrimp, and I put it on top, and it's very good. It's very healthy, especially when you do chicken. But chicken just takes, shrimp you can air fry when it's frozen. Chicken you can't air fry when it's frozen. So if I do chicken, I have to like prep. Bag salad, then I add protein like canned tuna. I can't do canned tuna. I can't do it. The smell of it, I had a roommate once that used to eat it like every night. Literally just like would put canned tuna in a bowl with like, I don't even know what else. And I had to go in my room and I had to like take had to take a towel and like shove it under the door because I couldn't smell it. Eric, that's not what... Florida. Whatever protein works then, yeah. I could cut the chicken really thin and then freeze it, and I might still be able to put it in the air fryer, but I don't know. Chicken's just different. Shrimp is like kind of hard to fuck up, to be honest with you. Like, you just undercook it or you overcook it, but like everything in between, not bad. If you aren't looking at exposed, you're only getting half of the story. True. True. Didn't mean to pin that, but oh well. I mean, it's kind of the general vibe, you know? I'm gonna be streaming for probably like 3 hours tonight, guys, because I have a YouTube video that I'm editing, and it would be great if I could get it done before I go to Florida, so I don't have to edit it on the plane. I will take my laptop. I don't want to have to do that, but here's my schedule for the next couple days, guys. I am stacked. Okay, so I'm gonna stream for a couple hours. Then after stream, I have to clean my entire room because my mom's gonna stay here and I want my room to be clean because she's staying in my room. Mike, thank you for a gifted sub to Hot Crocodile. Thank you, Mike, for that. So I'm gonna clean my entire room after stream, continue editing my YouTube video, go to sleep. My mom's gonna be here at like 10 or 11 in the morning. We're gonna go shopping because I have to get like a formal dress and outfits for Creator Clash. And then we're gonna come home. I'm gonna stream, probably have Mom Witch on the stream tomorrow, get done with stream, pack, and then my plane, like, I have to get to the airport at like ungodly hours, which is just, it's gonna be a lot. So, and somewhere in between all of that, I need to like wax my eyebrows and like I have to re-bleach and tone my hair. It is, I literally, and yesterday too, I didn't check my phone all day. I have been so busy the last couple days. I woke up yesterday morning, I went to breakfast with Caroline. And then after breakfast, I was gonna go shopping, and then Jarvis called me and he was like, hey, do you want to come be in a video? And I was like, I don't know if I can like wing it. And then he told me what the video was, and I was like, fuck, I was like, that sounds really fun. Okay, so then I drove over to his house and we filmed a video together, and then I went shopping for like an hour and a half, went home, did my hair and makeup, drove to my friend Billy's birthday, and then came home and then edited like for an hour and then went to sleep. So yesterday was crazy. The crocodile have attachment issues. That's fine, I've dealt with that. I also do, so I mean, I think it's just gonna be like a nice Florida fling, you know? Look at you doing all the creative things in the world of LA. It's funny that like the things that I did yesterday, if it was back in Oregon, I could do them all in like half a day, but because it takes so long to drive anywhere, like it takes, you're lucky if it takes 20 minutes to get from point A to point B. But it's probably gonna take 20 or more. So it's just like, you know, I went and had breakfast with a friend. I went and I filmed a video with another friend. I went to the mall, and then I went out to a bar. Like that's like 4 things, and none of those things take a very long time. But then also traffic. Might be quicker to walk. Honestly, some places maybe, yeah. Hello, Meowzoid. Thank you for the 23. Almost 2 years. Are you kidding me? That's crazy. Can you buy a souvenir for you guys? What do you guys want me to get for you? I can drive and go get coffee and come home in 2 songs. Yeah, my old town in Oregon, it was like you can drive from one side of the town to the other in, I would say 10 minutes. It's a little bit gray area because you're not really sure where town ends, because it's not like a hard stop. It's like you kind of just have these like country homes, and then you're like, I don't really know if we're not in the city limits anymore. But I would say probably 10-15 minutes, and you will not get stuck in traffic. There was the main road in my old hometown. There was a certain mile/hour speed that you could drive and you would hit all green lights, and it was like 23 miles an hour, and everybody knew it. So, because there was no traffic ever. So if you drove 23 miles an hour down the main road, you would hit all greens. Can you bring me home a gator? We can go get a gator together, Abby. We can hold hands and we can go gator hunting. You're in Florida, can you pick me up some bath salts? Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. Sand that has spilled vodka in it. Okay, good. Moved from a city to a small town this last year. I have to select my drive songs very carefully because I can only get through 3 before. Yeah, true. True. Yeah, you can't be like a podcast listener, or because it's like you can't barely get into a podcast unless you're cool with watch or listening to a podcast like in chunks, which I don't like to do that because I just like lose track of what I'm doing. Yeah, Apex, I can do that for you. Can I have a Gatorade? True, I will bring a Gatorade home with me. I think I can you can put liquids in your checked bags, right? You just can't take them in unless you do TSA pre-check, which I've never done TSA pre-check. I don't really know how you do that. You like, what? I don't even really know what that means. I know it means that you can just like go in, but I don't know. Listening to one singular podcast over the course of weeks worth of drives. Perfect. Is Creator Clash being streamed anywhere? It is. It's being streamed. Let me see if I can find a link for you guys if you want to watch it. I think that Ethan tweeted a bunch of shit. Okay. So here's some things that you guys can watch for free. I know the actual fight you have to pay for, but these are free. I'll link this. This is one of Ethan's tweets. So Friday is the weigh-in at 4 o'clock. It's going to be on SFans. I don't really know. I didn't have any idea. I'm not 100% sure about this. The live stream for the weigh-in is going to be on SFans at 4. And I'll be at that. I'm going to be at all of this stuff. I don't know if you'll see me. But like I'll be at actually I won't be at the weigh-in because my plane won't be in yet. So you will not see me on this, but you'll be able to see the weigh-in. Saturday, the doors open at 4:30. They're doing a pre-show. It looks like Markiplier and Jack are going to do that at 5. Fight starts at 6. And then Sunday, there's like a red gala, like a red carpet event that SFan will also be streaming, which I will be at this. Again, I don't know if you'll see me, but I will be at this. And then the actual fight is on pay-per-view, and I don't know. I'm sure you can look it up, but it's on pay-per-view. The actual fight is. And this year they're not putting it on YouTube afterwards so that they can try to raise as much money as they can for charity. So if you don't watch it live, you probably won't be able to see it anywhere. Just so you know. Ah, thank you, Stro. I appreciate that. Thank you. So there's the link. So if you're interested, how much do you know? Does anyone know how much it costs? Stro, does it? I don't want to click on the link because I'm lazy, but how much does that cost? $30, $25. Okay, well there you go. And it's gonna be like a couple hours, you know. So if that's something you'd be interested in, I mean, you know, we have a bunch of friends of the stream that are gonna be in it, so cost different depending on when you buy. Oh really? I think that right now it's cheaper. I actually just saw somebody tweet that today. $25 in advance sales, and the day of it's $35. There you go. There you go. So if any of you guys are watching it, you know, Shell vs. Andrea is worth $25 alone. That is going to be a really good fight. That is going to be a really good fight. The matchups I think are pretty solidified. I think that there might be one fight that maybe they haven't announced who's replacing Froggy Fresh. I don't know if they've announced it or not. But the matches are good. I have my opinions on who I think is going to win each of them. Pay-per-view is wild to me that it's still around. It is kind of a weird concept. Also, this might make me look like a dummy, but for the longest time, I thought it was pay-per-view. Pay-per-view? It's pay-per-view. Yeah. For like years, I thought it was pay-per-view. I didn't know what that meant. I didn't even like question it. I just was like, yeah. I have no idea. Same? Yeah, see, it's one of those like, it kind of runs together. Yeah, exactly. But pay-per-view. There we go. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. Anyways, what did you guys do today? What did everybody do on Wednesday? Did you guys have a nice day? I sat at my computer all day. I'm editing the MILF Manor video, which is just like slowly sucking the life out of me, but I unfortunately think you guys are really gonna enjoy it because it's awful. They send you paper printouts to look at the images. You have to like, it's like one of those things where it's a flip book. You have to like flip through it really quickly and you can watch the whole fight. I need to add MILF Manor to the drawings. True. Just put a big old pair of Honga Belongas on the tree. And don't let it corrupt you. It might. You donated plasma. How? That's different than donating blood. How does the process of that work? I went to class and worked out. Nice. I didn't work out today. I wanted to, but I didn't. Floated in my sea of Sag tears. Oh no. I have a new schedule, so this is the first week I have a weekend in 6 months. Oh, nice. Good, yeah. It's a good day to just like relax and literally do nothing if possible. I work 9 to 5. Such a vibe. What a vibe for you. Did taxes? Nice. Good for you. If you haven't done your taxes yet, you quite literally have 3 days. So do not procrastinate anymore. Got new glasses, gym, shopping, watch, streams, study, and now here. Got new glasses. That's kind of cool. Nice, fresh, like as clean as possible. I need to buy sunglasses. I'm gonna maybe buy some tomorrow. Sunglasses are so fucking expensive. Like, and if you, this is goofy, but if you've never worn polarized glasses and you're okay with it, don't get polarized glasses, because once you get them, you can't go back, and polarized glasses are really expensive. So like, if you've never had them and you're like, cool, whatever, go to Shady Rays. Is that like a physical location? Because I kind of want to get some before Florida. I got a cortisone shot in my foot. Why? A machine separates the plasma. Oh, so you donate blood and then they like shake the plasma out of it. I think I was thinking of bone marrow, which bone marrow is the one that's like really painful to donate, right? But like really good to do. There's also a website that I think, if you can, they will send you a little spit thing and then you can send it back, because bone marrow transplants are like really, it's hard to find matches because people don't really, go into the website and say like, this is what I am, but like you can save somebody's life pretty dramatically if you donate your blood marrow. Like findthematch.com or something like that. Shady Rays are really nice cheap sunglasses. Ooh, get some cheap ones at the airport. I should just go. I think tomorrow I'm gonna go and then I'm gonna try some on. The last time I had sunglasses, which is so weird, I left my sunglasses in the car, and when it got stolen, pretty much everything was in it that was in it when it got stolen except my sunglasses, which is like one of the few things I wanted back. But the last pair of sunglasses that I had were kind of that like classic Ray-Ban shape, but like a little bit different. And I kind of want to try a new style. Something like a little bit more interesting, because those were great glasses, but they were just like a timeless shape and not necessarily like fashionable, I guess. I want to just try something different. I spent all day thinking about the thing behind Sam's head looking like a crown. Which thing? And then I looked at my life and realized how sad my life is. What thing? 3 for $15 polarized shades on Amazon, if I'm allowed to use that word here. Yeah, you can. Amazon? People always forget their sunglasses at my restaurant, and they're usually tourists, so I get to take them home and they never come back. We had a box at the barber shop of like stuff that people would leave, because sunglasses were a thing a lot, because people would have their sunglasses on their head and then they would take them off and put them like on our desk and stuff. And whatever. No essays in chat. Well, that's crazy because this is my chat and I said it's fine. You can't come in first time chatter and tell people like Joni, who's been here for fucking ever and is very well loved, to not put an essay in chat. I think chat will take their side. Having a very hard time finding production assistant work in the past 7 months, so I started looking for a part-time job, but people don't want to hire me based on how my availability sounding complicated, so now I have to take a break. So I feel like I'm gonna do is stress about money, so it's worth it for mental health at least. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear that. That is a lot. That is a lot. I want I will now be writing essays in Sam's chat. Just a little essay moment. First time chatter here. Would appreciate if everyone go out of their way to accommodate my preferences. If you don't want to read the whole messages, just go past them. It's okay. May take me a while because you know ADHD procrastination, but still it'll get done. Yes. Yes. When you are going to Florida, are you going to Denny's with Non? In Florida? I don't know. I want to go to Waffle House. Cause I've never been to Waffle House before. I was with friends last night and we joked about going to Waffle House after Jarvis's fight. And we all were like, yes, that sounds great. And I don't know if it'll happen because we'll probably be doing stuff with friends. But I've never been to a Waffle House, so I kind of do want to go. Maybe me and my friends will get drunk and go to a Waffle House. Hey, Apex, no essays in chat, please. Good God. Didn't you listen to the first time chatter? I just listened to a podcast about Waffle House. Do not do it. Oh, I think meant do not. Okay, will do. What did the podcast say? It was a whole podcast about Waffle House. I've only seen one Waffle House that was by Disney Springs in California. I didn't think there was Waffle House in California. Oh, you mean in is Disney World in Tampa? Where's Disney World? Orlando. Oh shit, I didn't realize that it was so close to Universal. I guess that makes sense. It's probably in their best interest to put them nearby. Is there something in Tampa then, other than like just what is in Tampa? Like other than obviously like Creator Clash, but like what things permanently are in Tampa? Busch Gardens? I don't actually know what Busch Gardens is. Busch Gardens. Theme park and attraction. Oh. It could have been a sports something. It could have been anything. So it's just like a theme park. Okay. Got it. That looks kind of sick, actually. Do they have pretty scary roller coasters? Because I feel like Disney and Universal, the roller coasters are not that scary. I want to go on a roller coaster. It makes me poop my pants. The podcast is generally about a Kiwi learning about American things, and they did one focusing on Waffle House. Ooh, I bet that is an interesting experience for people not from the US. I thought Busch Gardens was in Virginia. Is there multiple, maybe? The Buccaneers. Oh, okay. A sports. It was my dream as a kid because it has animals and roller coasters. Ah. Busch Gardens, Williamsburg is one of my favorite places. It's so nice and the food is amazing. Nope. No, don't get me near a ball pit. I'm not allowed anymore. The coasters there are way better. I have a memory of being a kid, and I don't know where it is. I should ask my parents, but I remember being a kid. I was probably... I bet I was under 7 years old, and I remember standing in a theme park, and there was a really scary roller coaster, and I wanted to go on it, and then like very last second, I wimped out, and I didn't go on it, and then for like weeks after that, I was like, man, I wish I would have done it. And I don't know where it was. It's one of those memories where I'm pretty sure it happened, but like 30% of my brain is like, you might have dreamed it. You might have made it up. I have a memory like that of... I know that you're not supposed to have memories until... I don't know when memories, the age of having memories is, but I have a memory of being a baby, and yeah, maybe it's not real. It might be Love is Blind related. Joni, you should watch, Jarvis just posted an episode of, like, reacting to the first Love is Blind episode. And, it's a good one. I watched it while I was doing my makeup. I bet he would like to hear the tea. If you have any fun behind the scenes tea. I remember being potty trained. Yeah, I have a memory So here's the memory. So there was my parents' best friend, she used to work at a preschool. It was the preschool that I went to. And I remember being carried, because I remember somebody carrying me, not like this, not like a toddler, like this. And I remember being carried into a preschool room, because it was like a regular room, but there was a lot of bright colors and everything. Caitlin, thank you for the 18 months, by the way. 5 minutes ago, I didn't even say that. I saw the word zebra and I was like, okay, what? And then I put 2 and 2 together just now. Yeah, so I remember being carried in, and then I remember this lady kind of like leaning over and looking at me, and she had really red curly hair, which is what my parents' friend, she had really red curly hair. And I just remember everybody being big. Like I was a baby and everybody was big, and like the room was big, and that's it. It's not really like a full memory. It's just like I remember being carried, and then I remember somebody like looking down at me. And yeah, literally, Liam, in my head, it is like the Rugrats. Like, because you know how old memories, they're not really crisp. It's like, it could even be like a cartoon. Hi, Doss, how's it going? Welcome in. I can remember running through a ballpark to go hug my grandmother, and I was only like 6. 6 makes sense, but let's see. When do you start forming memories? Earliest memories that people can recall, 2.5. On average, the earliest memory that people can recall, yeah, 2.5, I guess, is average. 2.5. Which that sounds right. I don't have a whole lot of memories. I don't really remember a whole lot about my childhood. I have certain memories that are like really specific, but I feel like I don't have a whole lot. When I try to think about my childhood, it's more in pictures than videos, if that makes sense. Like sometimes memories can be like videos, and sometimes it's just like a image flash. That's how it is for me. It's like I remember visual flashes. When I was a kid, we moved a lot because my parents would like buy a house, they'd fix it up, and then we'd sell it. And so I lived in like probably 7 or 8 houses before I was 18. And the nice part about that is I can kind of categorize like age and memories based on what house they were in. So if I have a memory, I think about where I lived, and then I can kind of be like, oh, I must have been this old. And they don't like, you know, morph together. 2 to 5 is generally earliest, but you still use your memory as soon as you're born for things like how to walk, how to crawl. Oh yeah, of course. Morning of my 3rd birthday, I guess, was the moment my brain was like, I exist. Yep. I remember being bathed in a kitchen sink. Age unknown. I have flashes and memories from less than 2 years old. That's what mine, I swear that I have a baby memory, which like, I don't know if it's just like impossible and I'm making it up, or if it's possible. I don't have any other memories of being a kid. Like after that, I have memories, but they could be a 4-year-old's memory. They could be 7. I don't really know. Yeah, that's trauma. That's what I heard. I don't have visuals at all due to, what does that mean? Which might be why I don't have a good autobiography. Aphantasia? I knew I was 3 for my first memory because I was lying to a kid about my age. Ah! I have a memory of, this is awful. I had a friend when I was in kindergarten, I think, and I don't remember his name, but I remember he was just one of those kids that was like generally, I'm sure that at some point he like hit a growth spurt, but he was just like much smaller than everybody else, and he was doing the monkey bars, and I jokingly like went up to push him like as like a just like kind of fuck with him, you know, and he was small, and I pushed him and he fell off and he broke his arm, and like he didn't tell anybody it was me, and I didn't tell anybody that it was me, and we just kind of like were like, ooh, okay, And then we were like kind of friends from there on out, but like, no, it wasn't. It was like, it was just like I went up and jokingly pushed him and he laughed. Like we were both laughing. Like he was kicking his feet at me. He was hanging and he was kicking his feet at me. And then I was going to like fuck with him to push him. And then I just like, I pushed him too hard and he lost his grip and he fell on his arm. So it wasn't like I just went up and was like, fuck you. Like we were just kind of like, you know, rough housing. No, they already did that one. It's not new. I had a memory that turned out to be a dream, but I remembered it as something that truly happened. There's a couple things that I think might have been dreams that I thought were memories, but I don't think. I can create my own movie in my head with my own characters. They all have their own plot lines. The other day, I was on purpose. Did you watch it and I missed it? Watch what? I was trying to daydream the other day. You know, like I was just driving and I was just kind of like, I'm bored, I'm gonna just like go off somewhere. And I couldn't even like stay on track. Minecraft character? No. Non, I can only imagine what this could possibly be. Crab, do you have the stock skin on your Minecraft character?
No, of course not.
You are not Japanese.
Is that your grandpa? I don't even know that guy. No, that's gotta be the same guy that you tweeted about. That's the most Florida looking guy I've ever seen in my life. That was a risky click, but I did it anyways. No, this guy. Is this guy? This is literally, if I had $1 for every time Nandre's like, oh my god, this movie is so good, you guys have to watch this movie, I can't wait to show you guys this movie, and me and Barry are like, okay, great, very excited, let's watch the movie. Halfway into the movie, I've never met anybody that snores so loud than Non. He snores so loud, like we don't just let him sleep, we have to like nudge him because we can't hear the movie. Does he dad snores? It's so fucking loud, guys. Like me and Barry will be sitting there and then we kind of do the like, we look at each other and we're like, you know, we don't want to wake him up, he's a sleeping boy, he needs his rest. And then he'll be like, like it's just like, it's like the whole house starts like shaking, things on the table start like sucking into his nose, and then we have to just like wake him up. Mouthful mode. Remember when we watched Ganjam? Yeah, we all were awake for that, right? And you got jump scared so hard you farted? That's not new for me. That's not new for me. You went over to the wood pile next to the fireplace that we don't use, squatted, farted so loud, and it was so wet that all three of us looked at each other, like knowing that that might need to be an undie change fart. Also, we can never burn that wood because it's gonna go up in flames, like it's got propane all over it. It was so wet, and it was like, you know, Nandre does that all the time. It's not a bit. Like, we'll be all sitting on the couch, he'll just like throw his legs wide open and then just fart, and we're kind of used to it. We don't even respond anymore. Like, we're not like, oh man, we literally don't even blink. But this time he like went over in the corner of the room and like squatted and farted on something. Unreal. Unreal. It is what it is, I guess, though. We accept him. We accept him. It would just be nice if his bedroom wasn't in the middle of the hallway, because then it just like permeates out into the rest of the house, you know? Next time we're gonna put him on the top floor, and me and Barry will take rooms on the bottom floor because hot air rises. Squatted and farted. Shitted and farted. I always clear the chamber before being around other people. No, that's good. That's good. That's good. Does methane rise? I don't know. I have no idea. No clue. Guys, have you played... Let me turn you on to a little game called Crab Champions. Has anybody here played Crab Champions? Yeah, Soup. No. No. Okay. I heard about it. And I was like, I don't really know what this is. Like, cool, whatever. And then I bought it yesterday. It was $10. It is awesome. It is so fucking awesome. So fun. I booted it up today for like 2 seconds because I was editing, and so I was like, I can't. I had to like force close it. Yeah, the crab game. I've seen Charlie play it. Nice. My room is right next to the one family bathroom, and dear God, I must have sinned terribly in a past life to deserve this. No. Yeah, it does. It looks like Risk of Rain. I like immediately messaged. I'm for some reason in a group chat of people that it's like Barry and Non and Eric and Abby and Trey and Adam. They're all like Risk of Rain people. I don't like Risk of Rain, but somehow I found my way into this group chat. So they're like, hey, you guys want to all play Risk of Rain? And I'm like, but I was like, guys, we have to play Crab Champions because it reminds me of Risk of Rain and it's awesome and I love it. So anyways, we're gonna hang out and chat, and then I kind of want to show it to you guys just to see if you'll like it, because it's multiplayer. So if you guys like it, it's so disingenuous that chat was for Last of Us. So disingenuous that chat was for Last of Us. What do you mean? I like Risk of Rain. I think that Risk of Rain is like a cool game, but I just don't like it that much. I don't really have an answer why I like it I don't like it so much. I just don't. Where in Florida are you going? I'm going to Tampa. The group chat was our Last of Us watch party planning. I know. And then we only watched like 3 episodes and then we stopped, and I still have yet to finish Last of Us. Darn it. Gosh darn it. No, I like my housemates and my friends all love Risk of Rain. I think the thing about Risk of Rain is there's a lot of items in the game. There's like a massive amount of items in the game. And it's one of those that like the learning curve is part of what makes it fun, and I just don't want to take the time to get to know all of the items. So I just don't really care. Tampa is okay. St. Pete is the best. I don't I mean, if it were up to me, I wouldn't be going to Florida at all. But that's the name of the game. That's what we're doing. God, my hair is so orange. Embarrassing. I was listening to The Rain, formerly known as Purple, mere minutes ago. Wow. It went back to kind of yucky today. It was so nice for like a couple days here in the nice city of Los Angeles. It was sunny. It was like 75 to 80, and then today it was cloudy like all day. Sucked. Yeah, boo, Florida. I don't really have any beef against Florida. It's just like I don't really have any like there's not one thing about Florida that makes me really want to go. If anybody can be like, this Florida has this and it's awesome, please tell me so that way I can be more like open-minded. It was beautiful in Oregon today. Ooh, nice. I have like the town that I grew up on my phone still, so I'll like check every once in a while just to kind of see what it's like. And dude, me and Barry were talking about this yesterday. Oh, I think Banth might be going to Creator Clash. He was like so back and forth, but I saw on Twitter today he said he was going. Yeah, me and Barry were talking about how we're both from states that were cold a lot, and then now since being here, if it gets below 55, we're just like in pain. Florida has a Disney World. Nice. Beautiful. Coral reefs in the only tropical environment in mainland USA. Okay. Have you ever Googled your birthday and Florida? I have done that. I did that once and I like couldn't show it on stream, which I think half of those you can't. If you're not a Disney adult, Florida ain't it. Yeah. Miami is an ivory tower city that will wash into the sea. I had classes canceled last week due to snow and it's 80 degrees today. That is wild. What a whiplash. People like Florida because of the beach, but you live in California. Well, that's what I'm saying. It seems like everything that Florida has, LA probably has too. I don't know. And it's also really humid. I was checking and like the weather is, let's see what it says now. Because it said it might rain on Sunday. Okay. Oh wait, no, that's Los Angeles. Pull up Tampa. Okay, my little app on my phone says tomorrow's gonna rain. It no longer says Sunday's gonna rain, which is good, but it's going to be like high 70s to high 80s. So tomorrow's gonna be 84 and rainy, which is gonna be horrid. 85 on Friday, 88 on Saturday, and 88 on Sunday. So I'm hoping that the place where it's held is not super hot inside, because humidity is really hard to deal with. Maybe I just like crimp my hair, because if it's gonna be humid, if you have hair like mine, like, and you crimp it, if it gets kind of like fuzzy because of the humidity, like it's not like as big a deal. If I were to like straighten it, it would be bad. It's been raining all week in Florida, man. I do though really like, other than the fact that whatever you're trying to look like is not gonna be great. I love hot rain. Like I went to Mexico one year and it was like 80 degrees on the beach and it was dumping rain, and that was probably one of the best things I've ever experienced, because I love rain, but I hate being cold. And so the fact that I could be in like a t-shirt and shorts but I was getting rained on was awesome. I've been like craving that. Yeah, Sky, that's actually a really good point. I didn't even think about that. And mosquitoes in Florida, like, they're a little bit nastier, right? Try not having hair. Oh, okay. Florida and I agree to give the land back to the Gators. All right, that's fair. Do not straighten it. No, I won't. I think I need to get a haircut before I straighten my hair, because I cut my own hair kind of recently and I did a good job, but I don't know if I did a good enough job to straighten it. I think I did a good job for the most part, but if I straighten it, it might be a little rough. Hey, Kev. All my Florida and Animal Crossing characters have high armor class. Good. Sitting outside in hot summer rain is the best. It's awesome. Is there, fireflies in Tampa? Because I've never seen fireflies before, and that is a really magical thing in my brain. And I really want to see them, and I don't know if I'm going to get to, but I really want to know fireflies. Fireflies everywhere in Tennessee. Miami Beach. Lightning bugs. What do you guys call them? No, West Coast, we don't have fireflies. And if we do, it's not anywhere that I've been. Like Oregon, we don't have them. California, not anywhere that I've been. Like fireflies to people on the West Coast are like magical. It's like this magical, like, you know, you hear about them in like movies and stuff. I've always wanted to see them. Yeah, I've never seen them. Call them lightning bugs. Lightning bugs. I grew up in Ohio. Lightning bugs, very magical. Yeah, dragonflies we have here. Anywhere in the Midwest is littered with them. I've seen a huge amount of them, but I've seen them. Yeah, I've never once, like not ever. They make trees sparkly at night. That's so pretty. Remember watching Tinkerbell and being amazed. Yeah. Michigan? Oh, really? So kind of like warmer, humid places? It never stops being cool to watch. What's something, if you guys are like East Coast or like Midwest people, what's something that you hear about on the West Coast that you haven't seen? I'm trying to think what's like a West Coast thing. Like, nature-wise. Oh, earthquakes. Yeah, true. Adam, good fucking choice. Earthquakes. Yeah, that's a funny thing in like Non and Barry. So like if you grow up on the West Coast, you have earthquake drills like once a month. And what you do is they make you crawl underneath a table or get in a doorway, or you can get in a bathtub, but that's not something you have in a school. Once a month you do earthquake drills, and you always learn about the big one, right? It's like the big one. And even in Oregon, where like the fault line goes off into the ocean like kind of before Oregon, you still do it all the time. And when I was talking to Barry and Non about that, like people on the East Coast, it's like haha the big one, and it's like no, we do earthquake drills every single month in school, because it's like everybody's waiting for the big one, you know, which could happen. They're like, yeah, it could happen anywhere between a year and 3 million years. Earthquake around 2011. There was also an earthquake, I think, in the 90s that was pretty big. Or maybe the 80s. My mom was here for it, I remember. Yeah, you're supposed to go either under a table, because the biggest thing is the ceiling coming down on you. You can't really prevent the floor from falling out under you, but like the ceiling could come down on you. So you're supposed to hide under a table. You're supposed to hide in a doorway. Doorways can be a little bit strong. Or get in a bathtub. Bathtubs are like really goated spots to go. I'm trying to think of other places they tell you to go. Lived in Seattle for 5 years and was ready any day for the world to... Yeah, exactly. Yeah, doorways. That's what they say. Tables, doorways, and bathtubs. When is the big one? God. San Andreas Fault will strike again and significantly impact all civilization within 5 to 100 mile radius. According to USGS, there is a 70% chance that one or more quakes of a magnitude 6.7 will occur before the year 2030. Alright, well, that's not something that's gonna keep me up at night for the next couple months till I forget about it. Slay, Mother Earth. Slay. Yeah, 5 to 100 miles is like from here to like almost San Diego, I think. 6 is not a big one. No, it said 6.7 or larger. Which is, that's gonna kind of, you know, you're gonna get a little jiggled a little bit. Maybe it'll happen when you're in Florida. Fuck. That would be, I'm not gonna say worse, but like, if it happened when I was in Florida and my mom and my dog were here, that would be horrible. Like, the stress, you know? Have you watched the disaster series on Netflix? The person researching those big ones says it can happen anywhere from tomorrow to 2030. Yeah. That's kind of what I was saying, where it was like, they kind of just prepare you because it could be at any time. So you just have to live in perpetual fear, and then they're gonna make a movie about it. Took me a while to think about what year it was today. I know, right? 2030 really does seem like it's a far ways off. So yesterday somebody said the year 2018, and I was like, oh, that was kind of recent. And then I was like, no, that was like 5 years ago. This year, actually, let's see, like probably June or July will be my 10-year high school anniversary, which is a lot to take in. Yeah. The Native American tribes in the Pacific Northwest have stories about some massive quake circa. Well, yeah, that's another thing to think about too, is like tsunamis are something that are, you know, a big deal after earthquakes. And you're going to the reunion. I don't think I'm gonna. Have any of you done it? Is there any reason why I should do it? I'd have to get on a plane. My high school was not big. Do reunions even happen? I don't think that we're gonna have one because I don't think anybody from my class like cares about seeing anybody else. Like none of us stayed. I'm not gonna say none of us stayed super close, but I think the people that stayed close see each other, and then the people that didn't stay close, I don't care. And also with social media, it's not like you're just wondering. Like I bet high school reunions were really cool like 10 years ago when you show up and you have no idea what anybody's up to. And people show up with their spouses, they show up with like their jobs, whatever. But like I could probably see what anybody that I went to high school with is doing. Even the people that like don't have social media, I could probably figure it out. So it's like, you know, why? I looked it up and some randos set up a Tinder reunion for my high school and no one knew I heard about it. Yeah. I think, and not to like sound egotistical, but I bet that people would be curious to hear about me because of the you know what, and also what I do for a living is very weird from the town that I came. Like the kind of town that I came from, this kind of job is so beyond anything that they could like comprehend, you know? Like I'm sure that very little people that I went to high school with use Twitch or know what Twitch is, unless they can access it from their tractor dashboard. And so that it would just be, they would just be so like, what did you do? Yeah, Red Fang, their whole office space. How far is everyone from their high school? Very far. I would be too interested in your getting Oki story. I think they would love the Pita Pit story. I would definitely show up with the most stories, that's for sure. That's like one thing to, I guess, silver lining is when you have a lot of like stuff happen in your life, you have cool stories. Like when people ask what you've been up to, it's like, well, let me tell you, I have stories, you know? Or like you just, you know, you have something to relate everything to. Would be like, so you can make a living doing that? Yeah, oh, for sure. No. I don't usually bring up what I do for a living around people that I know are not online people because I don't really want to explain it or get the like backhanded questions. It's a lot of like skepticism. It's a lot of like they don't understand, and if you try to explain it to it, they just also don't understand more. So the most vague thing I've said, like I told somebody one time that I was in software, which is so incredibly incorrect, but I did not want to even start to explain what I did for a living, and that had to do with computers. So if they asked me about computers, I could answer their questions, but I didn't need to go into it. I've also said I do a podcast, which is also not true, but it's a little bit closer. I most of the time when I'm talking to people that don't know what Twitch is and they don't do internet stuff, I tell them I'm a YouTuber, which technically is true. That's not where I make my money, but it's technically true. Last resort is Twitch. That's true, I was on a podcast. I think it's probably even weirder because even if they do know what streaming is, you're a female, they might— oh, totally. I mean, like, people will always bring up how I look, and they'll try to use it as a compliment. You know, they'll be like, oh, wow, I bet it really helps that, you know, you're attractive. And it's like, I know that they mean it as a compliment, but it's like, I know what's happening in your brain. And what's happening in your brain is that you think that that's why people watch my stream. And so already I've kind of decided to like shut the conversation down because you're already on a path and I don't want to go down that with them. people speak before thinking. I think also sometimes people say what they mean and they don't realize that they've been as transparent as they think. I don't know. I think that, yeah, there's a shitty implication. That's always such a hard thing when you when somebody means the best and you genuinely know that they mean the best, but they're saying something that's like not great, because it's like you almost don't want to take the time to correct them, because it's like, you know what, nah. What's happening in your brain makes me sad. One time an older guy asked Alice what her shirt was, and it was a Twitch shirt, and she said it was a streaming platform, and his face dropped. Oh, for sure. Yeah. Which honestly, I've kind of gotten to the point too where it's like, if people want to assume it's like OnlyFans or something, like, that just means that I make way more money than I actually do. Like, if they assume I do OnlyFans, then they think that I'm probably rolling in dough, which is like, all right, sick. Let's go with that. Let's run with that. Also, you know, if that's something that makes them uncomfortable, then that immediately is kind of like a, you know, it fleshes them out as a person. Which, to be clear, if you're uncomfortable with the concept of OnlyFans and stuff, that's fine, but like it's a incredibly valid source of income, and a really good market to be in if you're comfortable with those kinds of boundaries, you know? I listened to a podcast from a lady that did OnlyFans and stuff, and I didn't realize how much work goes into it. Like, I was like, ooh, you know, all these things that when she said it, I was like, okay, yeah, that makes sense, but I didn't even think about that. Only Sams, just selfies of every Sam, you know? I met another person named Sam last night, actually, and it was really funny because I don't meet too many other femme-presenting Sams, which is surprising because I feel like it's a very common name, but I don't run into very many people named Sam. And I was like, oh, interesting. And then it was confusing for the rest of the evening because people would refer to one of us and we would both turn our heads. She works on H3 podcast, if any of you guys have watched that. Never paid for an OnlyFans, but I have definitely considered it, and no judgment. Do it. I mean, worst case scenario, you give somebody money that they can pay their rent with. I've always hated the term real job. Yeah, I also hate it too. Like, I think that you should probably never ever say it, because the thing about it is, like, if you do a thing and that thing you make money, like, I don't really know, as long as like it's not at anybody's like, you know, you're not stealing money, you know what I mean? Like, it's like a valid job that you're not like, yeah, it's not like thievery or crime. It's like, at the end of the day, what is a job anyways? What is a job? Define a job. You're doing a service and people are paying you for it. Okay. It's like, oh, you know what? I would rather bust my ass 5 times as hard for less money. That's a real job. It's like, okay. Cool. Have fun doing that. Femme presenting is such a good term. Yeah, it's a great term. I try to use it as much as I can, you know? I gotta tell you, I've had the music from the Uzumaki trailer stuck in my head. I actually, like, when I had watched that trailer before, but last time I watched it, I also was like, damn, this is kind of a banger. It was very like A24 sounding, you know? It reminded me of Hereditary. Hey, Kelso. I used to be a waiter and consider my electric grid job more of a real job subconsciously. More often than not, people using real job are just jealous. Oh yeah, for sure. My job is to steal, and it is a real job. Well, also, it, like, I mean, this is like a duh, but it's like, people will be like, doing OnlyFans is not a real job, and then they'll go and they'll pay the OnlyFans creators money and they'll use their services in like the same day, and it's like what? I'm glad that the soundtrack was spooky because the Junji Ito Netflix soundtrack was kind of too wacky. Yeah, I don't think that it would have to be kind of like Hereditary was good, but Midsommar didn't like Midsommar. Oh, you mean you did like Midsommar? I think I like Midsommar more than Hereditary, but I think I need to watch Hereditary again because Hereditary was my first Ari Aster film, and I thought it was just gonna be a scary movie. Nobody had warned me, and so I watched it and I was very uncomfortable, which is fine, but I was uncomfortable in the way of, I think I kind of just like did this with it, and I think I want to go back and watch it again knowing what I'm getting into a little bit. The ending of Midsommar messed me up for like a week. Yeah, there's a lot of scenes in Midsommar that are like a lot. I used to be guilty of not considering YouTube Twitch an actual job because it relies on direct contribution of your viewers, which is different. Yeah, that is true. That is something that is, I think, just like hard in general from like a content creator's perspective. And I think that that's what is like the main catalyst for a lot of content creators' stress, is that we recognize that at any given moment everybody could leave and we would be done. And it happens a lot, is, you know, and it's not like it happens randomly. It's usually like the creator stops providing whatever the viewers valued about their content, or they provided the exact same thing for so long that people got bored of it. But it happens. You know, it happens. There's a lot of creators that were massive and now they're not at all, and we're all terrified. Like, we all want to constantly be growing, or at least not descending, but because it relies on the generosity of people that believe in us and like our content, it's really scary. You know, every day we wake up kind of like, well, it's like, you know, when your company is downsizing and you wake up and you're like, I don't know if any of you have worked for a company that is currently downsizing, and you wake up and you're like, today could be the day. That's what content creation feels like. You wake up every day like, today could be the day, but it just never stops. I want to watch Green Knight and Everything Everywhere. Oh yeah, those are two great ones. Both very visually striking films. I think Everything Everywhere has a better plot than Green Knight. Green Knight, I think the plot was fine, but I think that Green Knight really is heavily carried by the cinematics. It's visually stunning. So identical to any small business. I don't understand why it became different. Yeah. It's also ingrained in creators to do everything you can, so the existential fear. Well, and it's competitive as hell. It's so competitive. Like, there's millions of people out there that want the same thing that you want. So you have to just, you're like kind of, you know, trying to swim upstream a little bit. Literally happening right now in my company. Yeah, it's terrifying. I work a 9 to 5 and currently going through downsizing right now, sadly. So Ophelia, yeah, it's the looming fear, the looming doom. Content creation requires business skills. It's a very valid job. People just envy self-employment. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting, like, there's a lot of skills that go into content creation that when you start doing it, you don't realize are helpful. And a lot of those skills, I think that everybody that does content creation should work a variety of other jobs before. That's not always the case, especially people that like grow really quickly starting from young. But like working in customer service is really helpful. Working in a business where you talk to people is really helpful. Working in sales is really helpful. I've worked all of these. I've worked in sales. I've worked in like food service. I've worked in, you know, the hair industry. I've worked in a bunch of different industries that all have like something I can take away and bring here, that I didn't even realize, you know, like a salmon. I would quit my job right now to make content if I didn't know how hard it is to make money. It's very hard. I would highly recommend everybody that ever wants to do content creation is dip your toes in, and figure out if you like it, because there's a lot of people that really want to be content creators that don't like it. Which I think the concept of being a content creator is so cool and it's so exciting that a lot of people want to be successful content creators, but they realize that they don't actually like making content. Like, they hate editing YouTube videos, they hate making YouTube videos, they hate watching YouTube videos. Like, I can't tell you how many times I see people that don't like watching Twitch streams, they don't like watching YouTube videos. You ask them who their favorite YouTuber is and they don't know because they don't watch YouTube. They hate editing videos, all these things, and then, but they want to be a content creator. And it's like, okay. Picking a favorite YouTuber is pretty hard. It is hard, but you should be able to name some. You know? Like, you should be able to come up with a couple at least. I can't pick a medium for this fucking music. Ariana Grande, nice. Yeah, then it's like, why do you want to do this? Yeah, I think that that's a huge thing. Is like, what do you want to do? William Osmond is a great example of someone driven to madness by content creation in the comments. Truly, yeah. It's like someone wanting to win the lottery. Yeah, I always appreciate content creators, but when the pandemic started, I was relying on them to give me a sense of connection to the outside world. Yeah, thank you. That's a really kind comment. Pandemic was a really weird time for content creators because the content creation industry just blew up because everybody wanted to consume online media and there was a lot of people that had the time to make it, and so they just spiked. And then now, you know, everybody's gone back to work. There's people that started streaming during the pandemic that like they've been going for a while now and they're starting to get tired. I'm seeing people that started doing content creation during the pandemic. I kind of feel this like camaraderie as like we're like a graduating class, you know? And we all kind of grew together, and I've seen people take off. I've seen people not grow at all. I've seen people decide like, this just isn't for me, and they're kind of slowly starting to kind of like drop off. And it's like, it's fun kind of, you know? Yeah, there's like a big camaraderie with all of us. We know each other, you know? Most people I watch now started during the pandemic. Who do I watch the most? I kind of, you know, on Twitch, I mostly just watch my friends. Hey, Ham. Ham, did I ever reply to your Discord message? I was off my phone all day yesterday. Let me check. I bet I didn't. That sounds like me. Oh, I did, kind of, but okay. Well, I did, but I didn't do the thing that I said I would. Let me do that after. Will you do me a favor? Will you send me a message? It doesn't even matter what it is. Just send me a message and I won't read it. And then when I get done with stream, I'll read it. It's a good feeling though when other creators you look up to now are your peers. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, it's true. It is. It's a very weird thing for me specifically, like being able to interact multiple times with people that, yeah, when I very first started streaming were like, wow, they're so cool, you know? I am still wanting to make, although I do interact with a lot of creators that I used to look up to, I still want to make content that's good enough that they're fans of me. Does that make sense? I have a bit of an ego, and as much as I love to interact with and meet people that I look up to, I really want them to like my stuff. Because I love to be creative. Pandemic created parasocial relationships between content creators and viewers, but everyone was a bit more self-aware. Yeah. Also, this may be an unpopular opinion, but I don't think that the word parasocial always means bad. Which is almost, it's kind of like a dangerous thing, but I think that a lot of times parasocial is a bad word, because a lot of times it is a bad thing, but I think that like being a fan of somebody and being emotionally invested in like their journey and what they do and what they're doing in their daily life, whatever, I think there's a healthy level of interest there. I think that can be fine. Parasocial is a buzzword that Ludwig made popular. Yeah, I think it's dangerous because the self-awareness of what kind of parasocial am I is hard, but I do think if you're somebody that really likes somebody's content and you're really interested in just like what they're doing, like you like their Instagram posts, you watch their Instagram stories, you are curious, you know, you have Twitter notifications on just because you're a fan of them and you want to just know what they're up to, as long as you're not pushing their boundaries on a personal level, like that's literally what it is to be a fan of somebody, you know, like you think they're interesting and you want to follow what they do. Interest is fine is when it's taken to extremes. Yeah, the boundary of parasocial is when people don't recognize that it doesn't work both ways. It's like, you can watch all my content, you can come into my streams, you can follow me on Twitter, you can follow me on Instagram, you can be interested in what I do, you can even like care about like my well-being and be like, wow, I really hope the best, like whatever. But the second you think that that's a two-way street necessarily, that's where it gets dangerous, because you know there's a lot of you guys that I've developed these like cool connections, friendships, stuff, but none of you, not a single person in chat, I don't know as much about any of you as you know about me, and so there's always going to be that imbalance. I've gotten emails from like viewers that have been like, hey, it kind of seems like maybe we have a thing going, like I think that I'm getting vibes that you might like me, and that is not what I want. yeah, it's creepy. Yeah, we've banned people for that. I got a massive email like not that long ago from somebody that got wiped from all platforms. Yeah. Not falling in the parasocial trap sort of goes against human nature to some degree. Yeah, exactly. I think that it's natural to, you know, if you come to every single one of my streams and you are just like emotionally like interested in like what I'm up to, or like you hope the best, or you're like, you know, if I have a really bad day, you're like, damn, that makes me sad. That's normal. That's totally normal. Yeah, are you read my sub message? Are you flirting with me? It's crazy to think that Sam will just watch whatever YouTube cooking videos you suggest. Not you, Phil. At least I hesitate with yours. Would it be cool to say hello if the situation was appropriate? Like, in person? Just come to see if you shaved your head yet. We'll see. Maybe next stream. I'm going to Florida, so it might be a little warm. Flash, thank you for the follow. You gotta stop looking at me like that. My eyes are up here. Read my first time message. I think it's time you meet my parents. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I was gonna say something about 2 seconds ago. Let me scroll back up. Did I start saying something? Did I start saying something and then I quit? I had a parasocial relationship with a person from my dorm that now is cyber stalking me, and I can't fathom that it's everyday reality for a lot of streamers. Yeah, I said it before and I'll say it again. As a femme presenting person on the internet, I have had a really easy time, knock on wood, really easy time on the internet. My DMs are pretty clean. Haven't really had too many situations that have made me feel weird. Had some weird things, but not dangerous weird. But I think part of my thing is I just like don't really, I make sure that people know from like literally step -1 where I stand.
Relationship with Paul McCartney for 15
Paul
years.
McCartney for 15 years. Damn it. One day he'll love you. One of these days. Thank you for the 13. Your couch looks great from the yard. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I've always wanted an outdoors couch. I could never do that in Oregon because it was too wet. Started to feel parasocial, then I found out Sam Wipes was teaming. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to break your heart like that. What the fuck does parasocial? It means like you think that you have a stronger connection with somebody on the internet, because like if you watch my streams every stream and you're like, I think she likes me, like that's parasocial. Yeah. You with me, TBH? What specifically? You recognize that Sam is quickly becoming a big dog. Homie was instantly accepted as a mutual by so many awesome creators. I still think I'm a little fish. Little fish. Fully expect it might be years before I meet any of you guys, and I'd still be cool with y'all however it is. I'm trying to think like what would bring me to the East Coast, but it would be cool. I guess, I mean, I'm going to Florida, but I have so many like mods and so many people over there. Chad needs to move on from parasocial. I don't know what that means, Flat Rising. Listen, I'm a normal amount of obsessed. Sam Con. I think maybe at TwitchCon this year, maybe I'll try to do a meetup. I kind of unofficially did one last year. I'm not gonna lie, I was very, very nervous about doing a meetup last year. So like Non and Kip and some other people did one, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go because I have a feeling a lot of crossover will be there. This year at TwitchCon, I think I'm gonna try to do a meetup. And I also last year was like, I don't have enough people that even know who I am. And then when I went to TwitchCon, I was overwhelmed with how many people would come up to me and say, you know, I really like your stuff. Can I take a picture? And I was expecting it to be nobody, and then it was more people than I thought. So this year, I think I'm probably gonna maybe host something. I think that if you wanted to find your relationship with the streamer becomes parasocial, a good checkpoint is when you think it's a flex that the streamer acknowledged you in some sort of way. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I still cannot believe I found that by accident. You nailed the location, really? That's cool. You can hire me as a bodyguard at your meetups or require one breakfast burrito as payment. Well, that is something that I like was a little nervous about with, I think if I do a meetup, last year our meetup was not inside the convention center. If I do a meetup, it will be inside of the convention center just because I like the idea that not everybody can just go to it. Like, and I know that will eliminate like a lot of people, but like I'm just really paranoid. I'm a really paranoid person. Like safety wise, like I may not come off on my stream, but I don't trust people. I'm nervous. I'm not even going to Vegas. Here's what's gonna happen, John. You're gonna say I'm not going, I'm not going, I'm not going, and then about 2 days beforehand you'll say, hey, do you guys have room in your car? We'll be like, yeah, we do. Or we'll say, no, we don't. And then you will buy a plane ticket that's super overpriced and you'll end up going. And then that's what's gonna happen. And if that doesn't happen, I will be very surprised. I'm down to assist in security. All right, cool. Humans are the worst. Never underestimate our capacity for nonsense. Yeah, you know, and I'm not big. I'm small, so it's I get nervous. It's a safe idea since a lot of people in con security, and it's also Vegas, and I love Vegas, but I don't love Vegas because everybody turns into a villain. I told Non and Barry and Bobby, who I'm like gonna be staying with, I was like, do not take your eyes off of me. I was like, do not. I was like, I don't care how well you know somebody. If I'm leaving your site, do not let me. It's like, do not take your eyes off of me. Do not let me set my drink down anywhere. Do not let me walk away with anybody. Do not leave me. Don't let me go to the bathroom by myself. Like, do not.
Sandwich me.
Anecdotally, thank you so much for the 9 months. Are you gonna go full sippy cup? You know, it might be worth my time. If I can get like 60 people at a meetup at TwitchCon for me, then you'll have people show up. Maybe. We'll see. Vegas would freak me the fuck out. That is just too many people, and I hope all goes well and fun. It is just like San Diego was really fun. I also heard about more things than I can count that were very unsafe situations that happened in San Diego. And like San Diego is not known to be like what Vegas is known to be. And so, and content creators, God bless them, some content creators are wildly unsafe people. Like there is a massive split between there is content creators that are some of the best people that I've ever met in my life, safest, kindest, and there is some content creators that are entirely unsafe and I would not be in a room with them for 2 seconds, and it can turn so quickly also. It can turn so quickly. Like, I now, especially like being in a place where I'm around so many, like I have to keep my guard up. I have to keep a barrier up because again, it can turn so quickly. Somebody that you think is good to go can not be that way. And that's Vegas, and Vegas is Vegas, and when people go to Vegas they let loose, which is fine and fun, but then it can be not fine and fun. Goes full rapscallion mode. Everybody turns into pirates. Plan to go to bar, don't wear any type of camo. There are some bars that don't allow camo clothing. Oh, that's interesting. I get to meet Gibby and Alice and Ronnie at TwitchCon. That's just 3 people, and that's already exciting. People always get stupid on purpose, which makes it more dangerous just because Vegas. Yeah, exactly. But all things aside, I'm really excited to go with all of my friends. Like, I will be with probably 70% of my friends in Vegas, and Vegas is super fun, and I'm just really excited to go to a fun place with my friends. It'll be, all things aside, like, it will be incredibly fun. It just, if you're going, be incredibly safe. Like, take more precautions, turn your location on to your friends, like find like 3 people that you know and share your locations with them. Make sure you tell people where you're going, where you're gonna be. One thing that like I've like heard people do is take a Sharpie and write the phone number of somebody that you know will be answering the phone on your arm or something, in case you're in a situation where you cannot communicate who to call in an emergency. Yeah. Fine, this is fine, not clickbait. I'm fine. Twitch should legitimately provide reusable cups with lids to everyone. That's a good idea, actually. They make these things that are like little shower caps that you can put over the top of your drink cup. And I might grab a couple of those, like a package of those, and just like put them in, I don't carry a purse, but maybe I will. Just pull them out and, you know, if I see anybody around me, just plop one of those on their drink. Yeah, if it's a good idea, they won't do it. If it takes money and time and effort, you know, they won't do it. You gotta have a sober friend the entire time. Yeah. Such a weird, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Yeah, that is a pretty like toxic little saying. Because it's like, that's never pertaining to like a good fun thing. Like that's always pertaining to like a dangerous or bad thing that happened. Oh, that's true, Mamba. I worry about that here. If like, there's been many times that I've like gone somewhere and I've Ubered home. But I don't like to Uber by myself, if I'm drunk. Like getting into an Uber by myself as a girl, like, I mean, just because somebody's working doesn't mean it's like you're good. Fanny packs are awesome, Nox. I love fanny packs. The safest and cheapest way is to just get hammered before you leave the house. Yeah, honestly. Can't imagine being a small girl. You know, there's a lot of habits that it's very sad that you have to have, I guess is the only thing I can say. Is there's a lot of habits that you forget other people don't need to think about. Pre-gaming going out is never a good idea. It seems like pre-gaming at Vegas would be a bad idea because I feel like if I pre-gamed, I would probably still buy the same amount of drinks. Especially when you go to like the casinos, because they have the like, oh, if you sit down and you play, you know, blackjack, you get drinks. So it's like, Vegas is really interesting because you can spend a lot of money at Vegas, but if you know what you're doing, you can also not spend a lot of money in Vegas. Like there is a lot of strategic ways to maneuver Vegas that are cheap. I've drank more than most people in the room expertly. I have so much experience. I don't even care if I don't drink. Friends can have fun and I help. Yeah, that's I mean, I like drinking. I prefer to if I'm gonna go out and do social stuff, but I also can have fun if I don't, you know. Location sharing available in the US. iPhones do. I don't think that Androids do, but I have a couple friends even now that I share my location with all the time, you know, people that like don't even live in the same city as me, just because I like the idea of a web of people knowing where I am at all given times, you know. I'm horrible at gambling. I lose all my money. I just don't really like gambling. Doesn't really like grip me, you know. Like I don't know. It doesn't sink its claws into me. Like I'll play a couple games of blackjack just for the fun of it, but like I get bored really easily. I think the thing with gambling is I don't like to gamble unless there's actual like skill involved. I don't really know how to play poker. Maybe I would like poker if I knew how to play it, but I don't really know how to play it. So it's not really fun for me. There's some other games that there's like a little bit of skill, but not really. But, you know, you should learn poker. I know the rules. Like if you sat me down at a poker table, I could play it, but I do not know the strategy. And I don't really like it that much. I just don't really, it doesn't do anything for me. It's just kind of like I'd rather do other stuff. You should learn poker purely for charity tournament invites. Yeah, surely. Well, that's the thing is I didn't play cards growing up. I grew up as an only child and I didn't have any family around me, and I think a lot of people learn card games to play with their like their cousins or like family members at like Thanksgiving, Christmas, that kind of stuff. I do know solitaire. Solitaire IRL and not on an app though kind of sucks, which is like such a millennial thing to say. I've never gambled, so I'm just gonna bring like a smidge of money I'm okay with blowing while I'm there. I feel like you gotta do the slots. You gotta do like blackjack. Blackjack's pretty fun. Poker, whatever, but blackjack is pretty fun. Best card games aren't gambling games anyways. Yeah. I don't know how to play craps. There is a psychologist at Harvard who switched careers. Oh, by the way, sorry, I got a new water bottle. And I'm putting stickers on it. All I got is my Point Crow Party sticker on it right now. I want to get more stickers. But I got this because the water bottle that I usually drink out of is massive. And I've just had it for a while and the straw got gross. So I took the straw out. So I have to lift this giant water bottle up to drink out of it. But this is just one of these. Crap's a little funky to learn, but once you get it, it's really, really fun. I used to roll my whole family in poker at Christmas. Nice. The straws get so nasty. Yeah, and it's like, I mean, I guess the best way to clean it is to like just run water through it, but like, or you can get those little like pipe cleaner things, but like, fuck, you know what I mean? Like if my water bottle, if I've had it long enough that I feel like I need to like deep clean it, just buy a new one. I just buy like cheap ones on Amazon, you know? You can use a very dilute bleach solution too. Yeah, that's true. I could put it through the dishwasher, but I usually use one for like a year. You know, I wash it, I clean it, but like after a year, it's kind of like use a different one. I use kombucha bottles for water. Yeah, I really like drinking out of glass. I don't know why. It like makes the water taste better for some reason. Like Snapple bottles that used to be glass. I don't know if they're glass anymore. Or like kombucha bottles. Yeah, it does make the water taste better and it gets cleaner. The Voss water, yeah. I don't know if Voss water tastes better, but the bottle itself sometimes is worth it. So as long as you ignore the brain chemicals that tell you to continue gambling. Yeah, I'm very fortunate where I don't easily get addicted to things. Like stuff like gambling or whatever. I don't know. Which is a good thing, but on the flip side, whatever that is makes some people really susceptible to getting addicted to things. And I don't necessarily mean substances, because I think substances are kind of like a different category because we're dealing with, it's just different. But I've known multiple people that have very addictive personalities, and those are also the kinds of people that get really, really good at things because they'll pick up like a hobby or a skill and they'll get like tunnel visioned on it. And then they won't stop until they're just like super good at it. My ex was like this, where he would like pick up a hobby and he would spend all of his time just totally obsessed tunnel visioned. And because of that, he had a lot of random skills that he was really good at. But he also was the kind of person where like he could really easily get like addicted to stuff, you know? Like it's like he just had to, you know, pick and choose. Problem is after you get really good and you wake up from like stupor and have deep emptiness. Yeah, well, I'm this kind of person. I've always been, content creation's kind of funny, like looping back to the content creation conversation. My whole life, I've always been very lukewarm about everything. I've always been like the that's good enough person. Like I'll do something until I'm not good at it and then I'll quit. Or I'll just like try at something until it's like, I never was ever like exceptional at anything. And when I started doing content creation, it was the first time in my entire life that I got like feral amounts of like fixated on something to the point where nothing else mattered. And I think that's why I love it so much, because it brings out like a part of me that doesn't exist for anything else. Like total competitiveness, total fixation. And I've never been like that for anything ever. And I did sports. I've done all kinds of different hobbies. But yeah. Checked your YouTube channel for the first time. Thank you. I have a new video that I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try really hard to drop it before I leave. There's a chance I bring my laptop. The plane ride's gonna be like, how long is a plane ride from Tampa to, well, I have a layover. And the layover, I think it's really long and it's stupid because it's not that far from, let me look. I'm not going to say specifics, but I have a like 4-hour layover on my way there, and also the plane ride. But how long would you reckon the plane ride from LA to Florida would be? 8 hours? See, dude, I should take my laptop and just work on it on the plane. Like, what the fuck else am I gonna do? 5, you think? About 6? That's like, what else am I gonna do? You know? Like, I might as well. You wish you brought it. The thing that sucks is my laptop that I use. Let me show you the laptop that I have, my personal one. It's pretty sick. This is my personal laptop that I use for like nothing. I spent money. Okay, this is, I'm gonna give you guys a very personal part of my life that is not really important, but at the very end of my relationship, one of the arguments that we used to get into a lot is that I would stay up until 5 or 6 in the morning doing content creation or gaming or whatever. And he would get up at 5 or 6 in the morning to go to work. So we had this like argument of we were on like opposite schedules, and I just wouldn't come to bed, and when I did, it was like the time that he was getting up, and that was like a little bit of a conflict. So my compromise was I'm gonna get a beefy gaming laptop so that way I can come to bed, and even if I'm working or gaming, like we're in the same space, right? Compromise, try to help. So I bought this computer, and it's like an Acer laptop, and it's got like a 3060 in it or something. It's a big beefy boy. I have barely used, this is my Twitch machine. I watch Twitch to go to sleep on it, and it is a massive, it's got like an i7, it's got like a 3050. This thing is probably as strong as my streaming PC. But the thing about it is it's pretty heavy. It's big. It's a heavy computer. So I want to take it with me to Tampa, but I just know that it's going to be a pain in the ass. I will, Mom, try to remind me tomorrow when we go shopping. I want to get a laptop case because I don't have a laptop case. Haven't taken it anywhere, but I don't have a laptop case. Don't even care if it's a cheap one. I just need one to go on the plane. It can be my carry-on. But yeah. So it'll be great for editing, but it'll just be a pain in the ass. But I think if I'm on a plane for 6 hours, I don't think it'll matter too much if it's big. You could cook so many cookies with that puppy. Oh yeah. What's the best kind of toot? The wet one. Hey Corwin, how's it going? My streaming on my phone is better. I could also like stream from that. I could take like my camera, I could take like a lav mic, and I could do a stream in Tampa. I really want to try, but I also know the reality of like when am I gonna do that, you know? Like I'd have to do it in the morning because there's no time in the evening any of the days. So like, yeah, stream on the plane. Yeah. I watch VODs when I go to sleep because with the streams I don't want to keep talking part in random. Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, that's a good point. Just random. I do that because I'll usually I'll have somebody up on my computer, and then I'll be like, watching somebody stream. I go to bed, I usually leave them up, and then I wake up and I play a game of like, did I get raided into this, or did I get raided into somewhere that raided me into? You ride the raid train like all night. Enjoy your time. It's only a day off technically. Yeah, I think Sunday for sure I'll be off. Monday I could stream Monday night. It's just whether or not I want to like get home and then immediately stream. I think the reality of it is if I stream Monday, it'll be like I hop on and talk to you guys for a couple hours and show you photos. I made a folder in my personal Discord, and what I'm going to try to do the whole trip is, because I'm not going to post all the photos that I take, I'm going to try to make you guys a folder for photos, and I'm going to try to like take photos of things for you guys, so that way when I get back I can do like a slideshow of my trip, because I want to share it with you guys, but I don't think I'm going to go live, but I don't want to post 50 photos on social media. So I'm gonna try to make a little like slideshow that I can like just kind of like show you guys my trip when I get back. Personal Discord thing is life changing. Good advice. Oh, it's awesome. Yeah. Alt account stream. I mean, at that point, why, you know? Did you ever go to Denny's? No, I didn't. You know what I did is I went downstairs. I went downstairs and I sat on the couch. Right after stream, I changed into my PJs, which is my first mistake. I went downstairs, I sat on the couch, and then I did one of these. To just kind of like rest, you know, I just wanted to lay on my side and browse on my phone. And then I woke up, Spooky had called me. And I don't know if he was still live or if he had ended and wanted to know if I still wanted to go to Denny's. But I was like, huh? And then I went back to sleep, and then I woke up. So I thought I dreamed this, but that night Nan was getting up to go to the airport, and he went to the airport at like 4 in the morning. And so I heard him in a dream, kind of. I heard him say, "What are you doing down here?" And I don't think he meant to say it to me. I think he just said it, and I heard it, but it didn't wake me up. But I remember it happening, and then and then I woke up to like Barry leaning over the back of the couch, and he was going to pet Oki, and then I turned and I looked at him, and I scared him because he didn't realize that I was sleeping on the couch because I had my bathrobe on, so I just looked like a pile of blankets. And so he, like, I think he was wondering why Oki was downstairs, and then I like moved and scared him, and I like did that, and then I immediately went back to sleep, and then I woke up a little bit later. So I don't know. That's like when Nan thought I was Oki. Yeah, that also happened to John once. Nan came downstairs and John was asleep on our couch, as he does, you know. Sometimes it's really weird. Like, I don't really know how he gets in, but sometimes we just like go downstairs and he's asleep on our couch. I think he like climbs the fence or something. We don't really question it, but it's kind of weird. I know. Gotta stop doing that. Nan is probably wondering why Oki was down there. Oh yeah, I would bet that if my roommates see Oki somewhere that I'm not there, immediately they're like, what's happening? Because Oki will always be in the same room that I'm in. And if she's not, it's because she wants something, and she'll probably be sitting right in front of the door or sitting in the kitchen next to her food bowl. But other than that, she will be right next to me. You know, she has her places. It's like if I'm sitting here, she'll be on her bed, or she'll be on my bed, or she'll be back here. If I'm taking a shower, she sleeps on the floor right outside the, like on the, next to my hampers. If I'm downstairs, she usually sleeps on the carpet in front of the dishwasher or on the couch. Yeah. Yep. She's always near me. She jump scared Nan during Resident Evil 4. Really? Did she open the door? She does that with Nan's room. She like bangs the door open. I don't understand why. She's not gonna Nan's room and licked his elbow. Oh, that's cute. Oki is a dog. Also not a child, yes. Audats, have a good night.
All they found of her was a muddy set of
or a good morning.
A bar of soap, and an old man's taxidermy, and near one down to the nub. I remember thinking it would take a woman 600 years to create a clash.
Morgan got cut off. Jeez, thank you for the 600 bits. I appreciate that. Thank you. Can I visit Oki while you're gone? No. I mean, no, my mom will be here. John, you can't, don't hit on my mom while I'm gone, please. Please take time off. I will. I think the last time I took time off, like I took a chunk of time off, not just like, oh, I'm gonna take the night off, was, when I moved here, probably back in the fall. I don't usually take time off unless, again, if it's one night to do a specific thing. I've done that many times, but like a chunk of time, which again, I'm only missing 1, maybe 2 stream days. So it's not even like an extended period of time, but it's gonna feel like it. Like not streaming for 1, 2, 3, maybe 4 days in a row, that's gonna feel like weird. I will say, I've said this before, I feel very comfortable. I know that a lot of streamers have like a fear when they leave for any amount of time that everybody's just gonna be gone, and that I'm very thankful that I don't have that fear, really. Like obviously I'm not gonna just like fuck off and go on like, you know, a million vacations one after another, but I'm not like sitting here just like, oh shit, what if nobody comes back?
Hello.
True, Gibby. So true. So true. I would bet any amount of money that John probably doesn't know his social security number and definitely doesn't have it memorized. We just sleep here in the chat and wait for you to come back. I'm trying to think if there's like some sort of like fun things that we can organize while I'm gone, you know? Maybe you guys should do movie nights if you want. If you guys want to do like I'd be willing to like throw a couple dollars at either a mod or somebody else to like buy like an HD version of a movie, and then you guys could do a movie night. A Soup stream? I give Soup my stream key. Dangerous. Dangerous. Give the stream key. Surely nothing can go wrong. I'll have some free time that I would normally be here relaxing on Sunday after work. I wish that I could go live from my computer without being here, because what I would do is I would like just do what we did for the sleep stream and just have like, you know, maybe like a 5-hour stream where it's like the mods can just go live and like do whatever. Technically I could actually. Technically I could open up OBS and then set up a thing that the mods can type in, but that would be terrifying. There is a way, like I have a program where it's like I could hotkey it so that the mods just type something into chat and it would make my computer go live, which is so terrifying. You can trust me, stream key. Little Soup stream. I wouldn't be like fully opposed to it. Like letting you have a stream from my computer while I'm gone. I wouldn't be like fully opposed to it. You should challenge Doug for the right to get Ludwig's key. That Doug. Wait, Doug has what? If you really wanted, you could open a maintenance program and log into your PC. I could, but it's like, you know, I just never fuck with anything. I think that if Soup went live on my stream key, I think I might be able to shut the stream down in case of an emergency, but like, if I'm allowed to have a stream key, surely Soup can't fuck it up. Lud lost to him and now he has his stream key. Ah, that's funny. That's funny. How long are you gone for? Like literally a couple days. I leave Friday and I come back Monday. Doug is trying to get banned on Lud's key. Perfect. I think that you can probably do a lot more on YouTube live streams than Twitch. But I don't know, maybe not. Probably some in some places and some not in the others. The 20 alert! Yeah! Oh! Yo, Cyril, thank you for the 20 gifties. Oh, the free bird, Joel. The free Joel. We need a red, white, and blue spinning Joel. Does that exist? Oh, Cyril, thank you. That's very nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. That's very kind. Very, very kind. I appreciate you guys. French Joel. No, like an American flag Joel. Does that exist? That's gotta exist. We need a spinning trucker Sam for Freebird. Did someone grab their keys after having a couple drinky poos? Huh? Huh? Joel on the flagpole. Wait, that would be so funny. Just like a flagpole. Somebody should make that if that doesn't exist. Like a flagpole with like a red, white, and blue Joel like blowing in the wind. 100th follower. Yo, Soup, now that you have 100 followers, oh my god, that's awesome. You have 100 followers. You just need to stream like, how many times do you have to stream? There's some like requirements for affiliate that you have to do. Wow, Cheese, that's a great idea. What a great idea that you had. 7. Yeah. Yeah, the qualifications for partner too. I was talking to somebody about this recently. To hit partner, you have to get 75 average viewers, and then you have to stream 12 times in a month. I think the hours is not super high, but the amount of times you have to stream is 12, which is a lot if you have a second job. And that's like 3 times a week, which if you're somebody that has a job and you're trying to also hit partner, like that's significant. Yeah, emotes would be cool. I mean, Soup, you could just literally go live to like just a blank screen and then just ask a couple people to lurk and then you could get affiliate. 12 and keep the 75 average. Yeah. I'd be okay with affiliate just to draw emotes. I don't know if I'm allowed to advocate for doing that, but that's what I'd do. If I wasn't a streamer, hypothetically, I would just want some emotes. Because they never take affiliate away unless you get banned. Drew my Twitch profile picture during a game of Gartic Phone and it's so cute. It is really cute. Yeah, that's a good one. Love the emotes. I wouldn't be mad if Twitch, YouTube does this, if there was like a little mini profile picture next to your guys' names. I think it would just add like a little bit of fun character, but I could also see people utilizing that poorly. Like they would have like hate symbols and like, you know, I'm sure the auto mod would eventually catch it, but not immediately. You know, it would happen and then it'd suck. So at least with typing, AutoMod can grab stuff, but with photos, it wouldn't be like that. Coordinated hate raids would get toxic. Oh, that's true. They have a rule with emotes, which this isn't like super moderated, but one of the rules with emotes is you're not supposed to have your emotes say one letter. And I know a lot of times people will have the F emote, you know, but that's technically TOS, is you can't have just single letter emotes because people can spell out like, you know, hate stuff. Yeah, but a lot of people have the F, a lot of people have an L. I'm trying to think of other ones that would be like that, but yeah, the numbers, I wonder. I'm sure the numbers are allowed, I would think, but I don't know for sure. Shirley. Yep, there's a J. There's emotes of these. Do I know this streamer? Oh, that's Cheddar. Ham and Cheddar. Cheddar. Chid. I feel like they could make a couple exceptions to that rule just for like the F or whatever. Yeah, exactly. Cheddar. You know, the well-known streamer Cheddar. It's really funny when a streamer has like a username that could be multiple different names. And like randomly somebody will call them, like I remember Eric raided into somebody and they were calling him Point. And it was just really funny because everybody was like, huh? Like, you know what I mean? Nobody understands I'm August but dog. What are they, like, Dogist? I don't know. I do that where I mispronounce people's usernames and then I just kind of barrel through, or I'll take the weird parts of somebody's username, you know what I mean? Like Amel. I've always said Amel is Amel, and it's Ryan is literally like the most legible part of that. Anyway, hi Shay. Ooh, from the 28th to April? From the 28th April? Oh, you mean like starting on the 28th? Like you get to move in the 28th? Shay, I told you that you couldn't live in my crawl space. Specifically said no. People mess mine up loads because it's a mess of acronyms. Do most people just say DOS? I was kind of worried that people would call me witch. I don't know. I don't know. My username has 6 consonants in a row and then an unpronounced vowel. People don't even get mine. Yours reads like Knuckles, and I don't know if that's right, but that's kind of just like what I've always said. D-O-S. D-O-S. Ah, okay. I read it like a slur, TBH. Bitch, you said no such thing. Alright, that's fair. Mine is a huge 50-50 on which part people focus on. I've heard more people say Kiefer for you. I think for your username, there's a lot of people that have the word king, and you kind of were the first one, so we call you king, or I do. But I think that if we had had other people that had that in the username first, then maybe I would have gone, you know what I mean? John, that's not, just go outside. College professor decided to use Twitch during the pandemic. Huh? That's a long ass name. You got all of the fucking vowels in that name. I should do something about that. I'm trying to think how you would change it. I mean, fuck, rebrand, go for it. Greg Air, like Ryanair, but I'm Greg. I never thought about Greg. It's always interesting to me how most people seem to pull the same nicknames out of chatters' usernames. Yeah, true. Like, I bet people call you Tiger and they don't just call you Beach, which is like, that's the first word. But then King could just say Kiefer, but King's the first word. I usually, what I do is the first word of the username that pops out that I can read is usually what I call them. So it's like Ocean. And I try to shorten most usernames. So I don't know. It's fun. It makes you guys feel like it's a sense of warmth. I give you guys nicknames right from the get-go. It's not like you walk in the door and I call you your first and last name every time. Shay, I could. My IRL friends just call me Germ. Every time I see your username, I think of Germa. And I don't think that that's like some sort of like profound thing, but the parasocialism. Yes, exactly. I get a lot of Obi. I used to call you Obi, and then during the Minecraft era, everybody else was calling you Joni, so then I switched. But I used to say Obi. I understand people mispronouncing my username, it happens. Yeah, I think I say Charles, but there is no S in there. I've gotten 2000 once. Huh? That's... When I found out about him, I felt robbed because I've had this nickname for 18 years. Do you like watching Germa? I like didn't give two shits about Germa, and then when I met Barry, when we like became roommates, he's like slowly introduced me to like the best content creators of all time, and now I am like the biggest Germa frog. I love Germa. Mostly because like he hasn't really done anything to make me not want to support him, you know? Like he's been around for a long time, and the guy just fucking likes to play video games, you know? He's not a drama guy. He doesn't even really collab that much because he just does his thing. Yeah, people call me Kim, but if I switch it around to Kelso Kimchi, it sounds like I'm fermenting. Ah, true. I think you are another person that I called Kimchi, and then somebody said Kelso, and so I started calling you Kelso. Found out about him from Ludwig when he was doing his Dollhouse stream. Yeah, I think Germa's Dollhouse was the first time I also heard about Germa. Because Germa Dollhouse was when I very first started streaming. I started streaming in 2020, and I think Germa Dollhouse was like either early 2021 or late 2020. And even in the time I've been doing content creation, the bar has been raised so much. So like 2020, it was like, that was fucking massive. Was it that long ago? It was pretty close. It was pretty close. I don't know. Does anybody remember? Did anybody watch it live? I am going to Creator Clash. Yeah. It was legendary. It was crazy. I don't know why people mispronounce my name, but I can see it. First time I saw Germa outside of memes was chess boxing. Ah, nice. I've met Germa twice. Pretty sure the second time I met him, I had a good conversation with him the first time I met him, and then the second time I did the hi, nice to see you again, and he very much played off very well that he didn't know who I was, but he really acted like he did. He did the absolute most to make me feel like he did. Do not go to the beach. Okay, I will not. I wasn't planning on it. I wasn't planning on it. He knew he was just a bit. He's always doing a bit. You have a badge next to your name, which is, I've never seen this before, Rasputin. It says returning chatter. I've never seen that in my entire life since I've been on stream, and I don't know why Twitch wants to tell me that. Like, as if I don't know. I've never seen this before. Did they just roll this out today? It was just rolled out this week? Why does Twitch need to tell me that? And why for Rasputin, like, specifically? Like, why wouldn't it be for all of you guys? Is it like if there's like... It's been out for a while? Why have I never seen it before? Because it's Rasputin. Like, hey, check this guy out. He came back. We also don't know why. I remember seeing that 2 months ago. Huh. Also, low-key, it could be for people who are partner. I guess? Maybe? I don't know. Wonder if there's an amount of time. That's kind of my first thought, but then it hasn't been like that long. Like, there's probably other people that have taken... I mean, what has it been, like 4 streams, maybe? That's so weird. I can probably turn it off. I'm just more, like, perplexed as to why it exists only for you. And it's like, I'll show you what it looks like. It's like, you have like this big square around your name and then it says returning chatter. It's like it's so loud. We're returning. He's back. Everybody look at this guy. I don't know what I'm gonna. Well, welcome back. Yeah, we want... How do you have pronouns for chat? Type exclamation point pronouns. It's really cool. It would be awesome if you guys all do it. If you do it, you just have to do it one time, and then even if you're on mobile, it doesn't matter what device you're on. Like, if somebody's on desktop, like, we can see them. So you just have to set it one time and then call it a day. Cyril, thank you for the gifted sub, by the way. I don't remember if I said thank you. And then also thank you for the 100 bits. Yeah. Once I learned about the first time message highlights, I became anxious to chat in new channels because I remember some really dumb typoed first messages. That was like one of the many reasons that I wanted to get rid of 7TV, is because 7TV added a feature where I think that I actually really love the first time chatter message for me, because I want to try to, you know, recognize that somebody came in and chatted. Jack, welcome in, by the way. I like it, but 7TV added a feature where everybody can see it. It says like new chatter, and it's like, I don't think the rest of the chat needs to see who's a first time chatter. Like, there is no situation where that's necessary for everybody to see it. It's just pure like nosiness. Hey Dave. You look as if you smell. I mean, I probably do. Didn't shower today. So you're just kind of like acknowledging an obvious fact. It seems like a way to be dismissive. It just is like, it's like, you know, when you walk into a room and then everybody like turns around and like looks, you know, you ever walk into a party and like the party's not popping that much and everybody kind of like looks at you when you walk in the door and you're just like, oh, I now want to leave. That is like, and you know, regardless as if everybody in the party is really nice, like that's kind of what it feels like. But it's like, if just the host of the party can see that you just walked in the door, like that's a little bit less anxiety inducing. You have to do a dance when that happens. That's what I do. When I walk into parties, I go, hey! And then everybody in the room, because drunk people love to get excited, they go, hey! And then you just walk in. And that's probably like the most extroverted thing to do. I don't expect that to be, but like that's, I don't know. I just like that drunk people will do things that everybody else is doing. So you just walk into a party and you go, hey, and people just, they don't know why they're excited. They're just excited and they do it back every time. I've never done it and it never worked. Yeah. I do that sometimes. Yeah. I don't know. that's my go-to. It works. Are you a wooer or an ayer? When I go to parties, I just try to sneak in through the window. Good old Irish hello, if you will, you know? It's like you never came in, you just appeared at the party. This is why we have to legalize recreational alcohol. It would be nice if we could legalize public consumption. It'd be nice to be able to go to like a park or go to like a public place and be able to like drink. That's like another thing about Vegas that's terrifying, is that you can drink just like walking down the street, and I don't know, it just, yeah. There's specific parks and locations you can drink at. Like people in the US. It was in Oregon it was a little bit lax because beer is such a big Oregon culture thing. Yeah. You can drink anywhere in Florida once the sun goes down or on the beaches. Ugh. Is it true that there's some places in the South that have drive-through margarita places? Because somebody told me that and I was like, huh? How is that legal? Is it like, oh, you can drive through, get a margarita, just don't drink it while you drive? Or is it just kind of like... It's a closed container. Okay, so it's just like honor system that you don't drink it while you drive? Whoa. Pretty much. Okay, cool. So they're like, we're gonna give this to you, but no, don't drink it. No, don't be silly. Just don't put the straw in and it's considered closed. Ah, got it. Got it. Oregon's really strict with like drinking and driving rules. Like really strict. There's a bunch of towns that have like a no tolerance policy where if you get pulled over, it's not like the above the legal limit. If you have any alcohol in your system, then you're fucked. Which I think is, I don't know, I think it's a little silly. I know that there's plenty of people that can have a beer and drive perfectly fine. It's the same as the refillable beer thing, they seal it. Ah, refillable beer, huh? We'll have them all around Southeast Texas as long as there's a lid and no straws. It's not an open container. Ah! Is this a Nintendogs? I played Nintendogs on my my Nintendo DS. Classic Nintendo DS. I think I had the blue one. I hope my Nintendogs are all doing okay. I'm sure they're not. Why Nintendo? They didn't do that? I think they did Nintendo Pets or something. There had to have been a Nintendo Cats. It's because it didn't roll off the tongue as much. I think a lot more people are worse at driving after a beer than they would admit, though. I think the biggest thing that, like, is obvious, but I think maybe a lot of people don't think about is, like, drinking and driving is not just dangerous because it is dangerous because of other people. So if you have had enough alcohol that your driving is perfectly fine, but somebody else fucks up, your reaction time might be just that much more impaired that you can't react to save the situation. And it's kind of like a duh thing, but I think a lot of people don't. They're just like, oh, it's my choice whether I crash or not. And it's like, somebody might crash into you that's totally sober. I used to stress about my abandoned Nintendogs, and then I saw a YouTube video of somebody opening their game after years and the dogs were just playing. It's not coordination too, it's decision making. Or sleepiness with Uber and Lyft. Why risk it? Just bad decision making. They're really, the only thing is just people that think that they're above accidents. It's kind of like a God complex thing, you know? It's like you think it's not gonna happen to you. Exactly, Shay. 10 dogs are in purgatory forever. Kind of, yeah, we've doomed them into existence. Sorry, officer, I'm real tuckered out. Yep. Do US cops actually make people walk in a line to test sobriety? Yeah. Well, I don't know because I haven't been pulled over and tested like that, but I think they do. I think they do make you do that. They also breathalyze you, but I think they don't go straight to... A lot of times, to be honest with you, they don't need to make you do that because they can smell it on you, the way you're talking. Yeah. I learned my ABCs backwards. I bet that whole thing is not, like, I don't think they expect you to know how to do your ABCs backwards, but if you're drunk, trying to, like, come up with the process on how to figure it out is probably really hard. Like, if I was drunk, I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, I wouldn't be able to get there. They do eye checks too, yeah. Don't your pupils, like, they do something if you're drunk in the same way that they do if you're high? The road signs that say please don't drink and drive with the in memorial of list really fucked me up. Yeah, that's huge. I think they might need reasonable. That's kind of what I was thinking, is I don't think they can jump straight to it. I think they need to, like, it's kind of the same as, like, searching you. They need to have, like, reasonable, yeah, you know. You can't fake how your eyes behave when you've been drinking. Yeah, yes, exactly. And I think a lot of people don't realize that. I could always tell if my ex had had even like 1 or 2 beers because his eyes got really drifty. Really drifty. It was like the first thing before anything else. You look drunk, that's enough for them. Yeah. Can't say the alphabet backwards even when I'm sober. No, I don't think I could either. Let's see. Z, X, nope. Z, Y, X. See, in order to do the alphabet backwards, I have to go from A to what I did last and then go back 1. And that's hard, but like if I'm sober, I can do it. But like if I'm drunk, I don't think I could like even get to the process of doing it, you know? That's basically my job, to see it right away. That's like the one thing is like drunk people, no matter if they're responsible drinkers or irresponsible drinkers, no drunk person ever thinks that people can tell how drunk they are. You know what I mean? Like being like figuring out if somebody's high sometimes can be a little bit tough. There's a lot of times people are high, really high, and you don't even know. But like there's very few people that can be like drunk that you don't know, I guess. Do you have the phone with the numpad letters? Did I? Yeah, I'm 28. I was a big fan of T9. I'll do research at the bar sometimes and I can tell I've had too much when the symbols on the paper start to look fake. I used to work at a Mexican restaurant and we used to get fucked up, like while working. Like the end of the night, I remember on Cinco de Mayo one year, we took like 5 times longer closing because everybody was fucked up. Yeah, we were taking shots. I always remember the backwards alphabet by going backwards through the numpad. Oh, that's really smart, actually. I still don't know if I could do that, but that's actually like a really good visualization. The drunk drivers, most of the time they become overly cautious as to not draw attention, put themselves in danger, but they just end up driving super slow and inevitably putting themselves in dangerous positions. Yeah, also like headlights will fuck them up really bad. So it's like if somebody's driving behind a drunk driver, they'll like, it's, you know, it's hard to focus on 2 things. I was just a server, but it was a small enough restaurant that it was kind of like you do everything, you know? Like I was a server, I was a dishwasher, I was a bartender. Like I would even get back in the kitchen every once in a while and like do, if he was really, really busy back there. It was just kind of like do everything. I can visualize which letters go with each number. Yeah. I've had a beer at lunch at work, and even that was wild to work with the light buzz for me, so I can imagine working a whole job fucked up. It was really fun. That was a job that I definitely could do drunk. But there's other jobs that I couldn't. I couldn't stream drunk. Streaming breaks my mind into so many different parts more than any other job I've ever done. I have a hard time streaming and doing anything at the same time. One time, age 16, I drove home high because my friends told me it was fine, and I'm still terrified by the memory of just getting home and not remembering how it happened. I remember there was one time, allegedly, hypothetically, there was one time that I had to drive like 4 blocks, and I had had a couple drinks, and it was really cold in Oregon. And when you're cold, you kind of get this like sober mask on, and then you'll go inside of like somewhere warm, and you'll be like, whoa, I'm drunk. So I was walking back to my car. I got in my car, I drove like 4 blocks, and then I stopped my car and I got out, and this was before Uber was around, so I don't even know, I called a taxi or something. And since that day, nothing bad happened. I didn't even go that far, but it was like, I remember just being like, fuck this. This is horrifying, and I'm so scared, and my mom would be so mad at me. I was always more scared of my parents than anything. My mom would be so mad at me right now, and then I never ever again. Didn't even barely go anywhere. It was just enough to scare the shit out of me. Back when I streamed, I did one drunk stream and it was terrible. Some people, Non is kind of like this. Non can be fully present while he streams, and I don't really know how to describe this unless you stream, but when I stream, it's like I'm in this bubble, and if something happens to pull me out of it, it's really hard. Like, I don't know, if like there's a noise outside or whatever, like my brain is broken up into like different pieces. It's like I'm aware that I'm on camera. I'm aware that like you guys, I'm trying to interact with you guys. That's why I turn my music down to me a lot, because if my music is too loud, it like takes another part of my brain. But Non is like, he can just like do all of that at once, and it doesn't like burn. It's probably why he can stream so long, because it doesn't fry his brain. It fries my brain. When I get done with stream, I just like slump in my chair. That's why I'm not streaming that long, because I still need to edit a YouTube video, and this will burn my brain out. And so I can't like do anything that takes any like mental capacity after stream. That's why I kind of don't like to stream early in the day, because if I stream earlier in the day, the rest of the day my brain is kind of fried. Where if I stream at the times that I usually stream, then I can just go to bed. And the first half of the day I have like full brain power. Yeah, 3 trains of thought at the same time. Yeah, that's why I don't like to smoke, I don't like to drink, because it's just like, I don't really think that I get funnier for either of those. I don't get more entertaining. It just makes it harder for me to focus. The title earlier was I have an edible and I could never do that. No, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't be funnier. I would just be more like unhinged. 45 different streams open at once. I genuinely don't understand that. And like if you go to his stream while he's doing it, it doesn't even seem like it's almost like he has like another person doing it for him. Did you draw any bangers with the edible? No. I wish that weed made me do anything cool. It doesn't. Like, it does not make me more creative. It doesn't make me more funny. It doesn't make me anything. It just makes me high. I enjoy stuff a little bit in a different way, but it doesn't make me do anything. It would maybe be funny to end a stream with an edible and then end stream when it really hits. I would be down to do that. Stream ends when my edible hits. Drugs do not make you cooler, kids. No. Sometimes they make you piss your pants in the back of somebody's car. Don't do that. What's funny about me when I'm high is I just get weird and people find it funny to laugh at. Yeah, I think that I like to eat an edible and then watch a movie with my roommates. That's honestly like a really fun thing that I've done a couple times is we'll all have like half a gummy and then we'll just like watch a movie together. And Nan is really funny when he gets high because he turns super sitcom-y. Like his sense of humor becomes like sitcom-y. It's like not like he's one of the funniest people I know. His jokes get really, really like it's like sitcom humor. I don't know what happens. Yeah, he turns into like basically Seinfeld. Went to the ER last time I choked because I thought I was dying. Yep, I've taken somebody to the ER before because they thought they were dying. They were just having like a THC-induced panic attack, but... Like Watch Me Forever, but it's human. Yep, literally. I do enjoy the sensation, so I'm fine with also being entertaining to others, but I expect nothing out of me. One thing that I've never understood is people that like to smoke and then go do things. Like my ex is like that, where he liked to smoke and then go on hikes or like go do stuff, and that is awful. I hate doing that because I can't focus on a lot of stuff. So if I were to like get high and then go on a hike, I would be so overstimulated. It wouldn't be fun. I would not have a good time. Panic attacks without weed, so may as well be high if I'm gonna have panic attacks either way. Sure, yeah. I get locked in syndrome and have a heartbeat of like, yeah, I mean, everybody that's ever done weed has always had one of these moments. You guys know what I'm talking about. I just brought everybody back to a specific memory. The last time that happened to me, it was like, I think I was like... I was pretty young. I was in my early 20s, and I remember sitting in the hallway at my parents' house. On the floor, like... Oh god. Am I even alive? Okay, this is it. I'm done for. Fine dining high is the best. Yeah. Food while you're high is really fucking good. I will say. There is a reason why it is really easy to gain a couple pounds if you're a frequent smoker, because I have no self-control usually, and when I'm high, I want to eat everything. And I like justify it. I'm like, hey, I'm high. I can't control myself. All right, cool. I guess I'll just eat an entire pack of Chips Ahoy. Why not? First time I hit a bong, I inhaled too much. 10 minutes later, I was still coughing. I hate that. That makes it like way less fun, is when you like burn your throat. Sucks. Induced appetite is medical context. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that is why a lot of times I always thought that when they would give like medical marijuana to people that were like going through chemo and stuff, like I thought it was like, oh, weed cures cancer, and then it was like, no, it's like, you know, it's like, oh, you know, a lot of times people that are going through chemo, like they lose their appetite. Okay, it helps bring the appetite back and like, you know, relax, pain, that kind of stuff. I just thought it was like, it's gonna cure, which is not the case. I mean, I think that there's some gray area there, but told her I thought I was gonna have a heart attack. She was so pissed my dramatic ass was telling her goodbye that I love her. The worst is when you cough and your friends look at you like you're a lame-o. Yep. I had a psychiatrist telling me at her hospital job that they had some cannabinoids they could prescribe to get patients to drink water. Get a little dry mouth going on. Recreational drugs, though, just having the option is great. Yeah, sure. I mean, what bad has happened since it's become legalized? I don't even know. Everybody just kind of like chilled out about it. My favorite thing was watching like my friends' uptight parents start doing weed. You know? Like I had a couple friends from high school that their parents were like, these were the friends that if they ever got caught doing a weed, they would be grounded for like the rest of their life, and then now their parents are like potheads. Nice pants. Gone out of business since it was legalized. Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. I mean, I wouldn't say like out of business, but like, yeah. They didn't see much of anything but reduced crime and outrage tax revenue. Colorado legalizing weed, they didn't know how to work out credit card companies to the first years of legal sales. Oh, yeah, Dogus, it was like that in Oregon too. It was like that in Oregon, and then also, because it wasn't legal on a federal level, dispensaries couldn't get any loans from banks or use a lot of banks. There was a lot of banks that wouldn't allow dispensaries to use them as their like business bank. So that was another big thing with cash. It's very odd. Saw some dude on Twitter yesterday stand in the pipe of a human-sized bong filled with smoke and don't understand how that's remotely enjoyable. Yeah, there's some like weed related things that people do that I genuinely don't understand, like gravity bongs. Like I think it's just an act of taking things to the next level for the sake of taking things to the next level. I genuinely don't think people enjoy that. But it's like, that's just gotta hurt, you know? Yeah, literally, cheese. I wonder about that guy specifically, how monetized his YouTube channel is. Because he probably, his argument is probably like, oh, it's from a educational standpoint. But like, I wonder how many of his videos get demonetized. I bet it's like it's you know, an amount. What you guys over here today? Gravity bongs for me, we are poor high schoolers who don't have a bong. It's just kind of like a, oh, let's do this thing because we can do this thing. My dispensary charges me through an international bank, so I always get an extra charge. I used to have a dispensary like really, really close to the hair place that I worked, and they used to give us discounts because we like shared a parking lot with them, and technically the parking lot was like 80% the barbershop, but we would say that they could let their customers park in our spots, so, and we could at any moment tell them that they couldn't, and so they used to just like give us crazy discounts. I wish my mom constantly talks about her trauma because her dad used to smoke weed every now and then and couldn't tell he was high, so she vowed never to smoke compared to someone being an alcoholic. Like, girl, I'm sorry, but those are not the same. Yeah, it's interesting, like a lot of places will like say, like police officers, right? It's like they're not allowed to smoke, but then alcohol is legal, and it's like, I would much rather somebody go home and smoke a joint to relax from whatever happened that day than to go home and just get like blasted drunk every night. You know what I mean? I remember in high school my friends showing me how to smoke out of an apple at 6 a.m. Yeah, the smoking out of an apple thing was so weird because it was never good. It was just always like a thing to do just so that you could be like, yeah, dude, I smoked out of an apple once. It was crazy. It's like, no, it wasn't crazy. It sucked. And then the apple was gross. And there was always one guy that wanted to eat the apple. Seen the death rates of marijuana versus alcohol? No, but I can only imagine. First time getting stoned, I was still a little high the next morning. I was the same, Doggus. So like, when I used to smoke, like when I was younger, age not important, it used to carry over into the next day. Like I would get high at night, and then the next day I would kind of still have this like lingering, and that has not been like that for years and years and years. So I don't know like what was happening, but yeah. I just really like apples. Are you the guy from Death Note? What do they call those? I would smoke out of an apple so we couldn't get caught with paraphernalia. True. That is true. That is probably one of the biggest things. Edibles don't do that to me. Me neither, but I think they should. You'd think that they would. not gonna read that whole article. Can you TLDR it? Edibles made me speak Spanish. Whoa, that's crazy. Still happens to me and I don't notice until I'm driving to work the next morning. The lingering high happened after I had edibles for the first time. I only noticed. It would make sense with edibles, I would imagine, you know? Hey, Tony! Thank you for the 20! Commitment issues wrong. You fucking... There you go. Pop off. Thank you for the 20. I appreciate that. They did a TLDR for the link, Sam. Alcohol was so much more harmful than even like Coke. Yeah, and I would imagine part of that feeds into the fact that like alcohol is culturally like you can drink anywhere, you know, you can get alcohol anywhere. It's not frowned upon for the most part, you know. Like if you have a friend that like started doing Coke, then it's like, oh god, no. But if you have a friend that has started drinking, it's like, okay, yeah, also everybody drinks, you know. It's like, okay, great. Not everybody, but you know what I mean? Like so many people. Alcohol is like wild for your body to break down. Is it true that like, okay, Doggist, you're like the 4th person that said that to me this week. Like I'm deja vuing. What was I gonna say? Oh, is it true that when you get drunk, that's just your body getting poisoned? Like, blacking out is, or passing out, or blacking out is, like, your body's just overdosing? It's wild. Gays love Coke, they don't drink soda. Isn't that insane? It's obvious, but also, yeah, kinda. Alcohol servings are essentially delicious regulated poisoning. Whoa. Literally your body's shutting down all non-essential functions to try and stay alive. I've never blacked out before. I've definitely like round, you know, it's like, oh, I know who I got home. I know I know how I got home. And I remember going home, but I don't remember you know, going, you know what I mean? Like there's bits and pieces that were like kind of cut out, like the non-essential stuff, but it's not like, oh fuck, I am home and I don't know how I got here and I don't know, you know, whatever. So you have blacked out. I feel like when you black out, it's like you fully just like lose a chunk of the night, you know? It's like I never had any like, I knew the process of how the night went from point A to point Z, but there were some parts where it's like, I don't remember the like conversations I had in the car on the way home. My friends had to tell me all the stupid shit I did the next day. That's a gray out. Never had a hangover, I'm dreading it. I have had some pretty good ones. When we went out for Nandre's birthday, when we first moved here, I laid on the floor of my bathroom for like 13 hours straight. That's the most hungover I've ever been. I threw up 10 times. Not even exaggerating. It was... I definitely had the like, do I need to go to the hospital thought. And I didn't. Which, you know, I'm glad I didn't because I was fine. Yeah, that was that day. Yep. That was bad. That was a bad one. Very fun night. One of the most fun nights that I've ever had. We went out for Nan's birthday. We went to Korean barbecue. We went to this cool bar and it was like a karaoke bar and everybody was super fucked up. I'm pretty sure. Like everyone was super fucked up. It was a very fun night, but I suffered. That day I had so me and Nan were in like an article. I can't remember who wrote the article about Hired or Fired. We had like journalist contact us, and we sat in a Discord call, and I had to run to throw up in the middle of it, and it was so embarrassing. It was so embarrassing. Carlos, pop off, queen. Go do that. Hi, Alice. Yeah, Alice, when are you doing the Korok thing? Are you doing that? Right now? 3 days in? So what are you doing? Are you going offline, or are you just leaving stream up and like just stepping away? Going offline? Oh, okay. I'm a big advocate for that. I think that like if you're gonna go to sleep, you might as well just like turn the stream off, you know what I mean? Like make it easier on everybody and then just like start again. I think the only reason to like keep the stream going is like if you're doing like what I did, or like you're doing some like you don't want to break the streak of time, but you know, trying to do it in 7 days with crowd control. Oh, I didn't know you were doing crowd control. What's up? Have a good night. I tried doing that last time, but I was like, this is not fun for the mods. No, there isn't any point. It doesn't, like, there is no point. It's like the novelty of keeping it going the whole time, but there's no other benefits. You know, it's like you can say like, oh, I stayed live the whole time, which if you said I was live for 7 days trying to do Koroks, people would get the same message. Even during subathons, nothing really happens. No, I don't think that, I don't know. I think subathons, I think Ludwig was not the first person to do a subathon, but I think subathons became very popular after he did them. And I think that the way that subathons operate, there's got to be a change, because
what are you? An idiot sandwich.
I don't think that they need to be what they are. Does that make sense? I think that people need to start I think people need to start being more creative about subathons. It's really unhealthy, and it's also statistically really bad for your numbers post subathon. Analytically, I guess. Odyssey, thank you for the 8 months. Appreciate ya. So we played Portal. That was something that happened. That might have been the highlight of the stream. I think the highlight of that birthday stream was Soup playing Portal, which sucks because I didn't get to watch it. I think the candle in the donut was really great. That was fun. Slept and also paused the timer. Ooh. Out of all the subathons I've seen, I think Eric's was the best. Eric's was amazing, and I didn't realize it at the time. The gambling like factor that he had with the timer, I think, was really, really smart. Not only from like it made it fun for people to donate money, but also it probably made it shorter than you know, like, because people could roll low numbers and then you wouldn't have to go as long. Made it fun, made it exciting, and also he had a massive amount of content that he was doing. A lot of people do subathons and it's just like they're just live, because how do you plan a subathon while you're live? But it's like, you know, he flew me and Non in, like, thank the people who followed me when I was just getting my shit together. Also, my birthday is coming up, so maybe I actually say something this time. The 28-hour stream is the longest I'll ever go. That was hard. It was really hard to do. I'd rather go live for like 7 days straight than do 28 hours. Yeah, there it is. That's a good clip. I don't know, Space Kid, because is it the one that's currently playing right now? Because it says, let's see, 316. Submission Plaza. Check me out channel. Does that ring a bell to you? That was the longest amount of time I've ever sang happy birthday drawn out words. That was so good. It was so chaotic. I was a little sad when I woke up and saw Point Crow wasn't online, but I thought, thank God. My favorite part of Eric's subathon was when he played Subnautica. And I love Subnautica. I loved it. Like, it's one of my favorite games of all time. But I think when people do subathons, a really charming part of subathons is the streamer kind of relaxes. They don't feel like they need to be on because they know that they're gonna be on for a while, so they kind of chill out. And so he was just, you know, he was just kind of mellow. Like it was very like the sounds of Subnautica are really relaxing. He was a little bit mellowed. It just kind of felt like a let's play, but with like some narrating of what was happening. And it just was, it was nice. Yeah, it was nice. It was very chill. I remember like I would wake up and I would be like, man, I wonder if he's gonna play Subnautica today. And then I would get excited. So yeah. The chill hanging out. Yeah, it was neat. It was good. He did a good job. I didn't really realize it until I did the 28-hour stream. But yeah. Abby's jump scare, that was good too. There's like a shift in the quality of the voice that's like a relax factor. Yeah, he did a good job too, where he was like, hey, after 10 p.m. I'm off. I'm here, but I'm off. Which was, I think, smart. I struggled day 2 for my subathon. I struggled. Can I show you guys this crab game real quick? I'm not gonna like go live for like an extended period of time, but I want to show you guys this game real quick because it's so fucking awesome. Just to see if you guys are gonna want to play it. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. This game is called Crab Champion. And if you've ever played Risk of Rain, it's like Risk of Rain. Let's put us at... that's probably good. It's a well-rendered crab. So you run around, you can like slide, you can jump, you can like jump slide, and you have a gun that you can shoot. And so you literally like go into levels and you try to, it's like a rogue, roguelike, where you just try to clear levels, clear all the enemies. Nice. Downloaded this a few months ago when there was a sale and I haven't touched it. It looked really cool, but I didn't really watch anybody play it, and then I just downloaded it like on a whim. And I was playing it today when I should have been editing. What is this? Oh, it's the bouncy thing. It's giving Prodigy the fat of the land. I love crabs. Sam, have you heard of coconut crabs? No. Okay, so we have 2 options. We can go to an arena that has a chest containing critical upgrades, or a chest containing speed upgrades. I'm gonna do this one. It's kind of like Hades too, you know? And you can shoot these and they like do things. And it's multiplayer too. I haven't played the multiplayer, but I want to. Oh damn, that pufferfish is scary. Oh, get me out of here. Oh, get me out of here. When you jump, it like puts it into like slow-mo mode like a little bit. I'm getting dangerous over here. I need to come over to this thing because it'll blow up. Come over here. Come over here. Everybody come over here. There we go. You have a melee too. This is one of those games that people could put in the background of like their voiceovers. You know how people will put like the videos of them jumping from platform to platform in Minecraft with some sort of like existential like speech? This is one of those. Am I joining your lobby? Do you want to? I'm not gonna stream for that much longer.
Hello.
Please look at them up when you're done. It's if you, what are they called? Coconut crabs? What's in here? Streak shot. Press tab to manage your inventory. Oh, weapon mods. Okay. I don't really know how to deal with any of that stuff. Coconut crabs. Ah. Okay, so we want to go to one that has a damage chest, a chest containing damage upgrades, or a chest that contains epic rarity loot that deals 33% of your max health as damage when opening. So this one, if we take a lot of damage, it's gonna be scary to open it. Or this one, it's got damage upgrades. What's the vibe here? Oh, I know, it's like too easy. It's like you can't resist it. I have no self-control. This game is going to be really fun when people start like speedrunning. It's also still in early access, and there's skins, which is awesome, and grenades, which I didn't actually realize I could use. Whoa. Oh, this thing's gonna fuck me up. Purple just looks scary. Like one of those Twitter game ads with the streamer. Yeah, exactly. Okay, there's gotta be somebody else around here. Where are ya? Where's the last enemy? Where is it actually? Oh, there you are. Nice. The Thanos crabs, them legs looking delicious. Do you guys like crab? I do, but you need 22 more health to open this chest. No! Oh, crab's so good. And you get like some clarified butter. Get an extra reward chest of taking no damage on this island. Yeah, that's not gonna happen, but let's try. Crab legs are so good. I want to go to a restaurant that has like crab. I'm gonna try to take no damage. It's probably not gonna happen, but let's give it a shot. Ugh. Oh no, I think I took damage. I'm gonna die. I have one, yep, I'm dead. How much longer you go for 10 country GeoGuessr streaks while beating this? Didn't happen, but you know. Wait, like at the same time? That's unhinged. Okay, so I probably have a lot of points at this point, I'd imagine. I've played like 3 games of this. Difficulty totem. Oh, you can change the difficulty. And then multiplayer totem. I could invite people, which would be fun to do runs with you guys if you wanted to. I don't have any keys. I do, however, not have cosmetics. Ooh, look, you can get upgrades. Look at this. He's kind of underneath my camera. Here, let me see if I can make it so you guys can see it better. So, like, I can upgrade to get these different skins. I'm a slut for skins in game. I really like the sound design for this game. Yeah, it's really satisfying. I want more that move. The cheetah print? I want more like moving ones. There was like one that moved, but all of these are just like different designs. Oh, there's a gold one. Stunning. No, but this one up here, where was it? This one. This is the coolest one. Get 5 wins on nightmare difficulty. Should we try nightmare difficulty just to see? Nightmare. I mean, surely I'll make it through 1 level. Oh man. Oh god. Okay, this isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. This isn't too bad. Not too bad. Okay, okay, we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Okay, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad. We can also talk about how wrong the crabs move. Yeah, yeah, true, truly. Open this. The double jump is really satisfying, and like this that I do is like a slide, and you can do like a slide into a double jump, or you can like double jump backwards or jump sideways. It's very satisfying movement. Let's get some money. I don't think that my grenades do. Oh god. Friendly fire. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, this doesn't feel like nightmare difficulty. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So far it's been not too bad. Nice. I just have to get 5 levels, I think, to like get that skin. Unless I misread that. Maybe it was 5 wins? Can you drift? Yeah, kinda. You ever drift a crab? Get to the finish line as fast as possible for the best rewards? Oh, that seems fun. Let's do a parkour level. Oh no! 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 No, I missed the thing! Okay, I don't know what these bananas mean. Need this? Oh, this is fun as fuck. These are the best levels. I want to do more of these. Yeah! Checkpoint. Nice. Oh, that's just— Whoa, where am I going? No! No! Okay, okay. Nope, I'm just gonna die. Where do I go? Oh. What? Where do I go? Here? How the fuck do I get up there? Oh, I see. It was obstructed. Oh, no, no, no. Oh, damn it. Oh, did I do it? It said cleared. Alright, cool. Guess I got it. A chest containing luck upgrades or critical upgrades? And they're both horde levels. Let's do this one. I'm a fucking gamer, guys. I'm gonna do this. Oh, I just have to survive for like 30 more seconds. I could just like bounce around. I don't necessarily need to like attack things, right? I just survive for like 20 more seconds. Why? Why am I so slow? What happened? No, no, no. Oh man. I'm only need to be alive for like 10 more seconds. 5 more seconds. No, no! Okay, we did it. We get it. We're good. Okay. That was stressful. Look at our chest. Thank you. Thank you. Ooh. A little intermission shop moment? 1 health and a dream. I bet we could buy. Okay, we could get a heavy grenade. Costs 18 crystals to reroll all shop pedestals. Spiral shot, bigger bomb. Is there a way that I can heal? This is Tony the shopkeeper. Tony is resting in his cave for now, but he will greet you within his usual charm in the future version of the game. Oh, they're basically like, oh, this is just like a placeholder because we're working on it. Is there— can I heal anywhere? I can! It's free healing too! And crystals! This is the best place ever. Okay. Bigger bomb. Spiral shot. Shoots more damage but moves in a spiral pattern. Grenades deal more damage but are heavier. Incoming damage reduced. What do you guys think? Heavy grenade is kind of speaking to me right now. Damage reduced, you think? This one? I can only get one of them. I think. This was 25% off. The music is bopping. Alright. And I don't think I can get this. No. Unless there's like a little crystal thing on the island somewhere. Which could happen. Could be real. It's not real. Ah, the reroll would have been fun. Let's do another parkour level. Banana. Oh, 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 wait, I want those. I want those. Oh, I thought that that gave me crystals. No, no, no. No. This is so satisfying. No! 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 Oh, I'm a gamer. I'm a gamer. She's a gamer. Yikes! No, 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 no! There we go. There's like a little bit of a breeze and it kind of fucks you up. I will say, guys, Nightmare mode is virtually the same as the other modes so far. Nice! Looks like Joel is swimming. Joel do be swimming. He do be swimming. Okay, let's do health chest. We don't really need that. Let's do the speed one. I want you guys to level with me. How many of you guys have gotten this game since I've started playing it? Won't judge you. No! Get over there. Let me go this way. Huge! What in the heck? Incredible. Considering it. That was sick. I'm gonna do it again, watch. Oh, what is that? What the heck? Ooh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, this is dangerous. No. No. Oh no. Dad deal, thank you for the 4 months! Dang. Island survived 7. High score 277. That's my new high score, so that's good. Yeah, that was more nightmarish. That was more nightmarish. Very fun. Anyways, that's the game. I just wanted to show it to you guys because it's fun and I've been playing it off stream like a tiny bit. It's very fun and it's multiplayer. Adam, it's so good. It's so good. So fun. I want to play it with friends though. I don't know how many friends you can play it with, but I want to play it with friends. Anyways, I know that that was a short stream, but I have to clean my entire room and I need to continue to edit a YouTube video. And it's 10:30 at night. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. I had a lot of really nice chats with you guys, as we always do. You guys are so fun to chat with. Yeah, thank you. I'll be streaming tomorrow with my mom. So if you guys haven't met my mom, who hasn't met my mom yet? Because it's been a while since my mom has been on stream. I don't remember the last time that she was here on my stream. I think there's probably a good chunk of you that haven't. So my mom will be here tomorrow and I'll try to get her on stream for a little bit. Maybe we can do like an AMA or something so you guys can meet her. Let's go raid. Oh, Bobby's live. We never get to raid Bobby. This is the worst part about ending early is there's so many good options. Yeah, I don't think so since Arizona. Yeah, let's go raid Bobby. Right? That's a pretty obvious choice. Is there anybody else that's live that like we never ever get to raid? Yeah, let's go raid Bobby. Okay, I'll be live tomorrow. I think you guys are real neat. Here's my socials. I think if I haven't already, I think I'm gonna hit 10K on Twitter. I did! I was really excited about this. I hit 10K on Twitter today, which is cool. I've been really looking forward to this. That's cool. I'm happy about that. That's a win. Which means I have to drink a cup of water and film it. That should be the raid message. What? Let's raid message. Our raid message will be, hey Bobby, we are raiding your lobby. Because that's like the alternative of what he usually says to people. Hey Bobby, we're raiding your lobby. I'll see you guys tomorrow, probably around like 7. I don't know, me and my mom are gonna go shopping tomorrow, so like I don't know what time we're gonna be done. But I'll see you guys tomorrow. Thank you guys for hanging out. Get a crab champion so that I can play with you guys, okay? Great, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate you guys. You guys are real cool. In case I don't see ya.
Good afternoon, good evening.